Hello, my lovelies. My name is Lekka, and today we are going to be finishing our adventures in the Pokemon TCG Gameboy 1988 game, and I am excited. So last time we were together, you guys can see that we have five badges. We only need 3 more, and we're going to get all 3 of those and go through the Elite Four today. I also changed up my deck. The last time we were doing this, if you guys saw the other episodes, which if you haven't, icon in the top right-hand corner of this video. You can go back and watch those and then come back to this one, but we were using a a Squirtle and Psychic deck, and I've changed it to be Psycho-Diglett, which is essentially, instead of using Squirtle and Blastoise, now I have Diglett and Dugtrio because they have no retreat cost, which synergizes really well with the Ghastlies that we have on our team for early game, which also has no retreat cost, so we can switch out easily without wasting any energy cards, whichever Pokemon is going to be more beneficial to be in front. Diglett also covers the weaknesses and issues that Psychic Pokemon have because they're usually resisted by normal type Pokemon, and the fighting energy is obviously super effective against normal types. So they work and synergize really well together, and I'm excited to show you guys the deck and how it works. I've also made it really good at getting the exact cards we need when we want them, so we can easily sort through our deck to get the cards that we need. And there will be very little waiting around for just hoping that RNGesus decides to give us a pass and give us what we need, which I am really thankful for, because I finally have 4 Bills, which, you know, Bill is one of the best cards in the game. It's literally a free... Nice, okay. We have Diglett, and we have a Fighting Energy, so we're gonna do that first. But it's just really good. The deck is pretty easy at doing that. Also, the reason we had 5, because we did have 4 badges before, is because I accidentally, while I was farming in this area, already faced Murray, and I didn't mean to, so I'm going to show you guys how I was able to beat him. I beat him with this deck. And I accidentally saved afterwards, and so I was like, ah, shit, but that's okay. I can just show you guys how I was able to beat him again. So, Kangaskhan, if we were using any of our Psychic Pokemon, we would not be able to touch this Pokemon at all. But because we have these other amazing things, also Energy Search, great, let's go ahead and search ourselves an energy card. Because the only Pokemon we have right now is Diglett, that's nice. We do have another Fighting Energy. We have Pokemon Trader, so we can go ahead and get ourselves like an Abra or a Ghastly, so I don't really need the other one right now, so for a Fighting Energy, so we're going to grab a Psychic so we can have a little bit of both, and then we are just going to attack with Dig. Worst thing they can do is attach an energy card to their Kangaskhan and do Fetch and get themselves a card. Nothing really all that terrible, which is pretty nice. So they are using an energy removal, which is fine. I'll just use an energy removal that I have in my hand back on them again. The annoying thing with Murray, if you guys are struggling with him in this game, is the fact that he's less of a Psychic trainer and more of a normal type gym leader because of all of the really hefty high HP normal type Pokemon that he has in his deck, which is really annoying. If he does ever manage to get out his Alakazam, he can always use Alakazam's Poke Power to just move all the damage counters from Alakazam onto his really high HP bench normal type Pokemon, which is super annoying. So we're not gonna mess with any of that. What we are going to do though is we need a bench Pokemon pretty badly, because since we didn't draw one. So we are going to go ahead and grab Ghastly, who has more HP and still has the ability to put people to into paralysis, which is really nice. It's what we want. So we're going to attack again. And bye-bye, weakness. Unfortunately, the fact that he was able to use an energy removal on us, and there's another hefty chance with the highest HP in the game in Gen 1 at this point, means that we are going to have a not great time taking out these Pokemon, because I could be doing 60 damage if I had another ground energy, but I don't. So we'll just use this opportunity to beef up our other ones instead. What are the Pokemon on his bench? Chansey, obviously, and another Chansey, so just Chansey is good to know. Well, what I could do, you know, we're just gonna keep digging. I was gonna say I could Gust of Wind him out of here, but I don't think I'm going to Gust of Wind the Kangaskhan, just because I'm already doing so much damage to it that if he wants to not let it die, he's gonna have to pay the high energy retreat cost on that Pokemon in order to put it back onto the bench. And I'm not gonna make that easy for him. Energy removal, okay. We're going to go ahead and use that, not on the Kangaskhan, but on the Chansey that he's trying to beef up that will eventually take over. So, oh, I forgot to attach another energy card to Ghastly. That was me going a little bit too fast, so that was my fault. But we can go ahead and attach the other Psychic Energy to Ghastly on the next turn after he places down another Kangaskhan, of course, and goes from there. The unfortunate thing about Kangaskhan always being able to use Fetch with just one energy is that it's really good at thinning out the deck, which is not what we want. Okay, so Ghastly is going to go ahead and have the other one there, and then we're going to dig, we're going to kill it. Hopefully this gives us another brown-type energy. That would be great. I'd love another brown energy card. Or Bill, who can help us thin out our deck and potentially get another ground energy. That works too. I'm all super down for deck thinning. Okay, Chansey can't do anything because Scrunch is the first move that it has and it requires 2 HP. Okay, so let's go ahead and use Bill and hopefully we get some energy cards. We got another Ghastly and we got an energy card. Not the one I was looking for, but I'll take it nonetheless. We'll attach it to Ghastly, who's now completely ready to evolve, should we be able to get that together, which is nice. And all we can do is attack. We'll just do this. Unfortunately, it will be a 6-turn KO by the time we kill this Chansey versus a 2-hit KO if I had another energy card on Diglett for Mud Slap. But here we are. Oh, Professor Oak. Okay, so he is unfortunately getting a really good amount of deck thinning going on versus me. I'm at 38 cards, he's at 30. My cats have zoomies, so I apologize for the random chaos in the background. And he removed all of the ones from my Diglett. God damn it. If I don't draw a ground energy or something that can net me a ground energy, then we're just gonna have to switch out my Pokemon. There we go. Okay, because there's nothing I can do with that, unfortunately. But they have gotten rid of 2 of our brown energy cards, so we can use energy retrieval. And we can just get rid of Switch. I really don't care because we don't need Switch since Diglett has a 0 retreat cost anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get rid of Switch, and then we will get the 2 brown energies out of the discard pile. And oh, that's gonna be nice. So let's go ahead and do Dig again. Oh, that's right, I used Scrunch. Completely forgot about that. Either way, that's fine. Scrunch might be unsuccessful. So he's putting some energy cards on his Abra. If this fails, then we can attach another energy card and do some damage, but it didn't fail, unfortunately. That's okay, though. Because I can always just Gust of Wind it away. And it will be completely useless. Excellent, we got a Haunter and a Potion, which is great. So we can finally evolve our beefed up Ghastly. We can beef up Diglett, and we will go ahead and use Gust of Wind. Now he does have an Abra he's trying to beef up, so let's just kill the Abra, waste his resources and waste his energy cards. We're going to go ahead and Mud Slap it to death. So now that's an energy card he's wasted, that's gone, goodbye, and an Abra gone, goodbye, goodbye. Lots of resources he no longer has, and we got another fighting energy. Oh, icing on the cake. Okay, he put back his Chansey again, which is fine. Another Kangaskhan onto the bench. Okay, and hopefully this Scrunch fails. I would love to see... Oh, yes, nothing but misery on Murray's side. Perfect. And we're doing pretty good. Ooh, we got a Pokedex. I love that. So we're going to add another Fighting Energy to Diglett, because when we do get a Dugtrio, that's really all we need. We don't need anything more than that. We are going to use a potion, or I'm sorry, a Pokedex, to look at what's coming up. So, what I would like to see is Bill, obviously, because then we can get 2 more free cards. So what we're going to do is we're going to absolutely grab Dugtrio, and we are absolutely going to grab Mr. Mime. That is fantastic. Then we are going to do the Psychic Energy and Energy Search, and that will be the order that we have everything in. So what we're going to do now is we are going to Mud Slap and do 60 damage to this little pink egg Pokemon. Excellent. If it fails its Scrunch again, we kill it, which is fantastic. Another one to its benched Chansey. Interesting. Okay, it failed. Excellent. Well, we know exactly what we're going to draw because we just used Pokedex. So let's go ahead and use Bill so that we can grab our other 2 cards. What I am very excited about is the fact that we now have our Dugtrio, Evolve Diglett, and we now have Mr. Mime, which we are going to play, which is fantastic. Mr. Mime is one of the best Pokemon in the game for Psychic decks because of its really annoying invisible wall ability. Basically, if an attack does more than 20 damage, only attacks that do 10 or 20 damage can hurt Mr. Mime. Anything that's 30 damage or more, it does nothing to Mr. Mime, which is amazing. So it's a much better version of Jinx with the Meditate that we were using before. Now, as far as energies go, we don't really need to put anything more on Dugtrio, so we're going to add this Fighting Energy to Mr. Mime, and if we get our Psychic Energy, when we get our Psychic Energy soon, we'll just attach that to Mr. Mime and he'll be ready to go, because this is a colorless and a Psychic. And so for now, we're just going to attack, we're going to slash, and kill this thing. Goodbye, goodbye. 80 damage due to weakness. Get out of here. Okay, and we got an item finder, so we can get ourselves a Bill as well, which is super nice. Okay, Psychic Energy to Kangaskhan. You're going to use Scrunch or another Professor Oak. This man is actually kind of in a dangerous position because he's now only at 19 cards, so he could end up decking out even before I end up killing all of his Pokemon, interestingly enough. Okay, so Murray has decided to take an energy card off of my Dugtrio. I see that, I see that. Okay. Unfortunately, that puts us in a bit of an odd position here because we don't have an Abra, so we can get rid of the Alakazam because we're not going to be using Alakazam in this battle to win. And then I can get rid of the potion. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's grab Bill because I know that I have an energy search coming up, and we can use that to get ourselves a brown energy from the deck. Got energy search and another item finder. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and do energy search because I definitely need it. Diglett, 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 Diglett. There's our brown energy. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put that on Dugtrio. And then we're just going to be sitting pretty for a little while. We're going to do Slash. I mean, I could have put a Psychic Energy on Dugtrio if I had to, but I like saving those for my Psychic Pokemon. Okay, so it retreated because it wanted to keep the Chansey, and I'm assuming it's going to use Fetch. Oh no! Okay, so he's realized he's under 20 cards, and it would be stupid for him to continue to put the deck out even more, considering he still needs 6 prize cards to beat me, which he's not going to. So let's go ahead and give that to Mr. Mime, and then we're just going to do 80 damage to this Kangaskhan and almost kill it in one get. Goodbye. Well, it's one away from goodbye, but here we are. And now, evolved it into Kadabra. Okay. Scooped up the Kangaskhan, probably to put out the Kadabra. Yep. And it can't do anything at the moment, so there is that. Now, I don't believe Kadabra has a resistance to Brown, but let's just check before we do anything. It doesn't. It has no resistance, which is amazing. So what we are going to do, because I'm pretty sure Earthquake requires all fighting energies. It does. Let's see what we have here. We have Switch, we have Item Finder, and we have another Psychic Energy. What we can do is we can put the Psychic Energy onto Ghastly. So we'll do that, and we are going to switch out because this Kadabra cannot touch Mr. Mime. Cannot touch it. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to Meditate. It's going to do 20 damage. And then next turn, we'll be able to kill it with Meditate, which is great. And even if he attaches another energy card to Kadabra, he can't touch me. So we're golden. Can't do anything to this because his one attack, Psyshock, or Psywave or whatever, Psybeam, can't do anything to me, which I love. So here we go. All right, 60 damage is going to happen, and it's dead. Goodbye, goodbye. Excellent. We'll go ahead and take our other prize card, which is a Kadabra, which we don't need because we're not using Abra the stool, but here we are. Kind of interesting that all of my Abras and Kadabras are at the bottom of my deck this time around, but here we go. Okay, he played another Snorlax down. Alright, finish the turn without attacking. Love that. Mr. Mime did his job. So, oh look, there's the Abra I was talking about. So really all we need to do, if we look at the bench, it's a Chansey, a Kangaskhan, and a Snorlax. So we're going to retreat. And we're going to move the Dugtrio back out because now it's advantageous for Dugtrio to be here on the front lines again. What we're going to do is we are going to Item Finder. We're going to get rid of the Abra and Kadabra because we're, again, not using the Abra evolution at all. We're going to get Bill. We're going to thin our deck out just a little bit so that we can see what the next two cards are. We got another Diglett and we got a Psychic Energy. I actually really like that because I can put the other Psychic Energy back on Mr. Mime so he's ready to meditate and do his shenanigans again should we need him to. We'll play Diglett just in case something happens to our Dugtrio and we're just going to slash. Boom. We are in an amazing position here and now we don't need to thin our deck out anymore. We're just going to chill because worst case scenario we don't get our last prize cards but we still win in Murray decking out before we do. Which is what we need, because he's not thinning his deck out anymore. He's not trying to hurry up his demise, which, you know, smart-ish on his end. Okay, let's go ahead and put another one on Ghastly, so if we get another Haunter, we can, and then let's go ahead and attack with Slash. Bye-bye. Received 80 damage due to weakness. Eventually, he's gonna have an entire team of nothing but really weak, heavily damaged Pokemon, which is great for us. So let's go ahead and slash again. Kill it. Whoever he puts out will just murder next turn. I'm not concerned about it whatsoever. Okay. Boom, shakalaka, boom. We'll take our Psychic Energy and go from there. I don't know if I have any more Ground Energies in my deck. I don't think we do. I think they're all in our discard pile at this point, which is fine. But, I mean, there's really no need for us to put that Psychic Energy on anybody. What I do want is to do Gust of Wind because we only have one more prize card that we need. We're gonna pull out the really weak Chansey, and then I don't need to use Earthquake because now it's dead, and we win the game. And that's how you can beat Murray pretty darn easily. Because he's not a Psychic Gym Leader, he's a normal type Gym Leader masquerading as a Psychic type Gym Leader. Love that for us. Alright. Maybe my deck isn't well balanced. I must change some of the cards and try again. Oh yeah, take this! And then of course, the badge as well, if I hadn't already accidentally gotten it. Slowbro, nice, we love to see it. The better Ghastly of this generation, which I have my entire deck of just the better Ghastlys and the better Haunters. Dodrio, all that, recycle, cool. Alright, goodbye, goodbye. Let's go. Ooh, rival fight. Move on to the next Gym Leader. Okay. You've gotten. I want to see how strong you've gotten. If you win, I'll give you another rare card. Come on, let's duel. Alright, so we're facing Ronald McDonald. Alright, Ronald McDonald. What do you have up your sleeve today? I actually don't remember what deck he uses at all. Interesting. Luckily, we have some really good options here. So we're going to play Ghastly because obviously we have Psychic Energies and not Ground Energies to start with. So that's what we're going to do. And, okay, he's put down 2 bench Pokemon and he has an active. So I'll take a look at his bench and see what Pokemon he has on the field. And we can go from there when it's, you know, my turn and I'm actually able to do something. So he has an Electabuzz and a Hitmonchan. Okay, so is it a electric fighting deck? Thundershock. I hope it doesn't paralyze me because that would suck. But of course, Big Gay Pikachu said, fuck you, Lekka. And absolutely you're gonna get paralyzed, so why not? Alright, good to know. Energy Retrieval, which I don't need, but what are his other ones? Obviously he has Hitmonchan, he has Hitmonlee, Tauros, and Hitmonchan. Okay, so yes, it looks like it's an electric fighting deck, which is great because my 2 types completely wall his entire deck, so that's really good. Now, as far as other shenanigans go, we're going to place this onto Ghastly, and we are going to do Pokemon Trader, and we are going to trade out our Dugtrio because I would much rather have a Haunter with its ability to potentially not get hit by anything in the game. I don't think I can evolve it this turn because it's still technically, yeah, considered turn 1. But what I can do is I can use energy removal on your Electabuzz and waste your resources and then not attack because I can't, and go from there. I'm now cured of paralysis, and even if we do get paralyzed again, now that we have Haunter, we can not only do an evolution and make it so it can't potentially hit us, but then it cures its paralysis too upon evolving. So, okay, we are going to evolve it into Haunter. Transparency is now in effect, which is great for us. We're gonna attach another Psychic Energy, and we're gonna put this bitch to sleep. Goodbye, Electabuzz. Goodbye, goodbye. Good night, night. Sleepy, sleepy. Excellent. Okay. Whether he stays asleep or not is a little irrelevant, because it's not like we have Dream Eater or anything on this Haunter. It's mostly just to keep him subdued and less likely to have any resources and energy cards put to him. So he's kind of just being a wall right now for both of us, while I stall and get some better cards and some better energies. Once I can get even one fighting energy, it'll be really good for us because I can use that on my Diglett. Okay, so rearrange the 5 cards. We got a Bill, a Gust of Wind, and energy removal. Okay, so we're gonna do Bill, of course, and then we're gonna do Bill, of course, and then we're going to do the energy removal, and then we are going to do the Gust. I don't really care about Gust of Wind, to be honest. So I would much rather have energy search so I can get that brown energy that we're looking for. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and just Nightmare again and get some more chip damage off. That's all we can do at this point. I'm not putting my other Psychic Energy onto Haunter because I know that for the next several cards we're not going to be getting Gengar, and if something should happen to Haunter, it would be a waste of my energy cards and resources. So while we know we're not going to be getting it anytime soon, what's the point, right? Okay. Now he's finished the turn without attacking. Excellent. Good for us. We'll get our Bill so we can just start getting all the rest of our cards. We got another Bill and an energy removal. Love that. All right, Bill again. Excellent. Oh, look, it's Energy Search and Gust of Wind. Wild. So let's go ahead and use Energy Search. Get ourselves that brown energy that we need on our Diggy. Come on, Diggy, Diggy, Diggy. And then we'll go ahead and place that onto our little Diglett baby. Now we're going to use energy removal. I do not want his bench Pokemon to be having a good time. So we are going to get rid of the energy that's on his Hitmonlee. And then as far as the rest of this goes, you know what? We're going to Gust of Wind now that we have it in our hand anyway. And we're going to bring out the Hitmonlee because I'm going to be able to do some good damage to it since it's weak to me and it can't attack me. Plus, if it's asleep, even if he does get enough energy cards to attack me, yeah, because he's unconscious. So there we go. Perfect. Love that for us. And he stays asleep. Woo! Love to see it. Let's see if he decides to waste any resources on Hitmonlee. Puts a Psychic Energy onto Tauros. Nope, he's going to be beefing up his Tauros instead. Okay. Makes sense. Cut your losses where you can. I'm surprised the AI is smart enough to not waste resources on its unconscious active Pokemon, but here we are. Psychic Energy, we're going to save that again still. Energy Retrieval, I don't have any energy cards in my discard pile. So, same thing. We're just going to do this. It'll be a 3-hit KO, which is totally fine for what we're going for and what we need right now. And then he still stays asleep. Perfect. That guarantees us the KO when my turn comes around. Excellent. Finish the turn without attacking. Hey, he doesn't even have any energy cards put onto his bench Pokemon, which is exactly what we want to see. It doesn't matter if Big A Pikachu decides to get to wake up now. Big A Pikachu means nothing to me because of the amazing position we put ourselves in. We will play Mr. Mime, and we will put our other energy on Mr. Mime because that's going to be more advantageous for us than putting it onto Haunter, not knowing if or when we will get Gengar. So let's kill this thing. Goodbye, goodbye. Oh, goodbye, goodbye. 20 damage. And take our first prize card of the game. Excellent. Ooh, it's another Psychic Energy, so we can put that onto our Mr. Mime, which is great. Place another Tauros on the bench, that's fine. Now, he does resist us, but that's okay. Oh, we do get a Gengar. Nice. Because, well, you know, let's do it. put Gengar on him here, and now that we actually have Gengar, we are going to put the other energy card onto him. Now, we won't be able to do any damage to Tauros, but what we can do is start doing chip damage onto his bench. And he does have a lot of damage on Electabuzz already, which is great. Electabuzz has the ability to take some more hits, but what we can do is put it onto his bench Tauros that doesn't have anything on there. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use our Pokemon power, and we're going to... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. We're going to move it from Electabuzz onto his benched Tauros, and then we're going to attack so we can do some damage, not onto Tauros, because it's not going to do anything, but onto his other Tauros. Because I do not want to put any damage counters onto this Tauros, simply because if he does use Rampage and gets enough energy cards to use Rampage on his active one, that would be a bad time for us. Okay, flip a coin. If heads, plus 10 damage. Okay, unfortunately, he did get the plus 10. That's okay. What we're going to do is we are going to switch out our Gengar. I do not want him... Oh, with a switch! I was going to retreat, but that works out even better. I was going to say I don't want him to take more damage. So, what we're going to do is we're going to move the Electabuzz back here to the Tauros, and then we are going to switch our Gengar here for Diggy Diglett! And, of course, we are going to attack! I wish we had Mudslap, because then we could just OHKO this man. I'm pretty sure I do not have any in my... Yeah, it's all trainer cards. Okay, that's what I thought. Unfortunately, but that's fine. It is what it is. So, in order to do some damage and, you know, continue to take advantage of Gengar's power to move damage counters around, we'll do that. Unfortunately, this will be the death of Diglett, but that's fine. Because even if it gets the plus 10, we're dead. But that's okay. Goodbye, Diglett. You did what you needed to do, which was actually get some damage that Gengar can work with. You were a necessary pawn in this battle. We will move up Mr. Mime instead. While it can do 20 damage to us, which is, you know, not ideal, this does mean that I can use energy removal, and we can take off the fighting energy that is sitting on Tauros right now, which is great. And I can use my Pokemon power for Gengar. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. To move this one onto the bench Tauros, and that'll be it for the turn. If he is able to put another energy card onto Tauros, which he did, he was able to do that, this could potentially do 0 damage to us if he gets the heads. Unfortunately, it doesn't, so it will do 20 damage to us. That's okay. It is what it is. And we got another Diglett, which is nice, so we'll go ahead and do that. Now, I do not want my Mr. Mime to die, so we are going to scoop it up. Excellent. And we are going to place Gengar out instead. I will replay Mr. Mime onto the field because he's super valuable. Now, we will be using the Pokemon power because I will be able to kill his Tauros by attacking him this turn. I won't be able to take out his actual main Pokemon, but I can take out his bench Tauros, which is the most annoying Pokemon for my deck at this point in time. There we go. Boom, Tauros is knocked out. Love that for us. We're gonna draw another Mr. Mime. Good to know. Alright, another Mr. Mime it is. And he places down a Jinx. That's something we can easily deal with. Okay, so he's trying to use Stomp again rather than Rampage. Interesting. And it only does 20 damage to us. Good, good, good. Now, it kind of just depends on what we draw at this point. So we got another Psychic Energy, which is good. We'll put it on Mr. Mime. That's all we can do at this point. And then we do not need a second Mr. Mime, so we are going to do Energy Retrieval on this one so that we can grab the Psychic and Fighting Energy that's in our discard pile, so we can actually use those on Diglett and stuff going forward. Now, we are going to use Gengar's Curse, but there's no Pokemon damage counters. Oh, I already moved him all from Electabuzz, never mind. So, we're just going to put some damage counters onto someone on his bench. Let's go ahead and put it onto... What? Probably the Electabuzz, since it has... I mean, they all pretty much have 70 HP, so... Hitmonchan, we'll do it on him since he has an energy, and it's better to have some tip damage on when he's already invested some resources into than just empty basic Pokemon sitting on his bench, you know? Okay, so we got another electric energy onto that one, so he is going to stomp. This will kill us regardless of if it's heads or not. And it is heads. Just overkill. Okay, Gengar is knocked out. That's okay, though. He did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. And we will send out Diglett. Worst case scenario, we don't get the things we need, and I can always just move him out. But for now, we're going to use Energy Search, and I would love to get, yes, a Fighting Energy. Okay, now, we are going to place one of these Fighting Energies onto my Diglett here, and we're just going to attack. We're going to use Mud Slap. If I can survive a Stomp, I can put the other energy onto Diglett, and we can kill this Tauros, and finally not have to deal with it anymore, which would be amazing, because this Tauros is a pain in my ass. Of course, it's always a pain in the ass, but this one in particular is quite irritating to deal with. Okay. So I took 40 damage and just instantly died. That's fine. What does that mean for you, exactly? It means he's not confused, I'm assuming. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and place the other Psychic Energy onto Mr. Mime so we can save that brown energy that we have less of. And then we'll just attack. That's all we can do. I don't think it does anything because it does 30 damage. Yeah, it didn't receive any damage because it's 30 minus 30, which is 0. So here we are. Fortunately, at kind of a standstill right now, but there we go. It's gonna Stomp. If it does heads, we don't take any damage. Excellent, we don't take any damage. Love that for us. So it was a waste of a turn. We're kind of just stalling at this point, which sucks. I don't like it when my deck is basically just stalling. I literally can't damage this guy, so I might as well just have it be his turn. What I really need right now is another Diglett. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that kind of sucks that I don't have that energy card on Mr. Mime anymore, but even if I did, it's not like I can do any damage to his Tauros anyway, unless I draw a Gust of Wind or something useful. We're just kind of at a standstill. I don't see a point in putting another energy card onto Mr. Mime right now, since it would be a waste of my limited resources. Alright, and we're just continuing to not take any damage. Great. It'd be wonderful if I could get a Bill or a fucking Professor Oak. That would be fantastic. Look at all these wonderful energy cards I can't do a goddamn thing with. I mean, I have so much energies. I might as well just use one of my turns opportunities to place an energy card down, because why not? Okay, he's gonna try and stomp me again. Will I take damage? I will this time, actually. RNGesus was not on my side. But, what did I draw? A Diglett. Okay, now it's actually gonna start turning around. So, we're going to put this onto Diglett. Amazing. And we're gonna be done. Whether we die this turn or not, I will have had enough energy cards put onto my Diglett that I can take out Tauros in one hit. We don't have to deal with this bitch anymore, which would be ideal. Okay, Mr. Mime actually survives, though, which is good. I was kind of expecting him to die, but the less prize cards I let him take, the better, of course. So we are going to put our Fighting Energy onto Diglett, and we are going to retreat. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch out my Diglett man and Mud Slap this bitch to death. Goodbye, goodbye. Boom. Get out of here, Tauros. I am so tired of dealing with you! Energy removal. Love that. I don't know if he can use Special Punch and knock us out in one hit. He can if he gets another energy card. Or Gust of Wind. That works too. He can just take out my Mr. Mime in one hit with Jab. Actually pretty smart on his end, not gonna lie. But that's okay, because there's still a lot of other basic Pokemon. We haven't seen an Abra this entire game, so the chances of us getting an Abra are just going up more and more and more. Now, we do have an energy removal, which is fantastic, so we're going to go ahead and remove the Fighting Energy from his Hitmonchan, because fuck him. And then I'm gonna wait and save this Fighting Energy just in case something happens. And we're just going to Mud Slap. We'll be able to kill this Hitmonchan in 2 turns. Because he may not have another Fighting Energy since he has an odd 3 different types of energy card deck, which just ends up biting you. You should never have more than 2. There's the Abra I was talking about. That's exactly what we needed. So we're going to place a Psychic Energy onto Abra, start beefing it up, and then we are going to kill his Hitmonchan. That'll be beneficial for us going forward as well. Be able to take our other prize card. Yas! There's another Abra! Ooh, they were all hiding in the prizes, apparently. Okay. And he has a Kangaskhan on his deck. Okay. He took it off of my Diglett and is using Gust of Wind to bring out my Abra. If I get 2 heads, I'm dead. Okay, never mind. We survive. Oh, we actually take no damage. Oh, even better. I was expecting some damage, but I will gladly take absolutely none whatsoever. We're going to place another Abra down, just so we have more. We will place another Fighting Energy onto our Diglett. We can't do any damage to Jinx if we evolve it into Kadabra, so we are going to leave it as an Abra, and we are going to Psyshocks. We can also potentially paralyze it, which is great. And we did. Excellent. So we're doing 20 damage and paralyzing this bitch. Alright, Jinx, you beautiful drag queen. Get the hell out of here. And with this inability to do anything, we're buying us a good amount of time. Okay, you put another Psychic Energy on Jinx. It's a little worrisome because Meditate will absolutely destroy us. And I don't want that. So we are going to place another one onto Abra, and we are going to use Energy Retrieval. We're not using Ghastly this game, so we can easily get rid of Haunter and just get ourselves some more energy cards back. So I want my Psychic Energies back more than anything. Excellent. We're gonna attack again. Ideally, we get another Paralysis. Please, Big Gay Pikachu. Fuck you, Big Gay Pikachu. God damn it. Because then I would have been able to easily get a Kadabra and survive any hits. But all I can do is double slap because he doesn't have another energy card, which is great, and we live. Excellent. And we don't even take any damage! Okay, that's just as good as if I had successfully paralyzed the bitch, so I am here for it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, perfect. And now we evolve it into Kadabra. And now we completely end all of its lives. Super Psy! This will do 100 damage. Completely get rid of it all together, all at once. Boom. Done. Easy. Knocked out, bitch. I'm assuming he's gonna put up... I was thinking the Kangaskhan because it resists by 30 the damage that my guy would be able to put out. Interesting. Thunder Punch. Flip a coin. If heads attack does 30 damage plus 10 more. If tails attack does 10 damage, 30 damage and does 10 to itself. Plus 10 if tails, 10 damage to yourself. Excellent. So it hurts itself, which is great for us. It sucks that we take 30 damage. However, it's making it easier for us to kill it. So I'm here for it. Okay, and we got Switch, which is nice. We have another Kadabra that I can just put onto that here, which is great. So we're going to add another energy onto the backup Kadabra. And we're good to go from here. We'll just do as much damage as we can with Super Psy. 50. Easy peasy. No matter what Pokemon I put out next turn, which we're going to put out Diglett if Kadabra dies, we'll be fine. He has 2 prize cards left, not 1, so it doesn't matter if Kadabra goes down because we'll still win the game. If he hurts himself and gets tails here, we win because we only have 1 prize card left. It doesn't, unfortunately. That would have been funny if he gave us our last prize card. But that's okay. So we'll go ahead and just take that. And Diglett it is, and then we win. Easy peasy. It was a little bit of some stally shenanigans, but, you know, that's okay. Go ahead and mudslap the hell out of this man. And death. Last prize card taken. Boom shakalaka boom. Done. Dunzo. Winsy. We got it. Don't ever talk to me again, Ronald McDonald! Shoot, I let you win, but a loss is a loss, so I'll give you this card. Oh, a promotional super energy retrieval. I actually don't know what super energy retrieval does. Trade 2 of the other cards in your hand for up to 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile. Ooh. Don't get so cocky just because you won. The legendary Pokemon cards belong to me! Alright, Ronald McDonald. I have places to go. So let's go to the Science Club, because we have the gym leader here to face, so go ahead and do that. I am Rick, the master of the science club. Oh, from Rick and Morty. That was predicting Rick and Morty science shenanigans far into the future. Love that for him. Science rules nature. That is why it's so strong. Do you wish to test the strengths of science by playing against me? Absolutely, Rick. Alright, this is how Rick and Morty got their start, was in the 1998 Pokemon TCG game, obviously. Oh, funny. Okay. There are no basic cards in L's hand. That's fine. Draw me and shuffle it again until I get a basic Pokemon card. The nice thing about having very few basic Pokemon cards is, yes, you'll have more where you have to reshuffle your hand, but when you do get basic Pokemon that you can play, you usually have a lot of really good cards around it. Now, we did not draw any energies on this one, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is, looks like we have Pokedex, so that's nice. We're gonna put Ghastly up because it has the most HP of all the other Pokemon. And then we're going to play one Abra, and we will play, you know what? We're gonna save the Mr. Mime for now. We're just gonna play the one Abra and the other one because Mr. Mime is not good early on. He's good later on when other Pokemon have evolved and are less likely to have any moves that can damage it whatsoever, right? So you don't want it to be an early on thing. Oh, look at that Grimer! Cute! Okay. Well, we did get a Psychic Energy, which is great. It's exactly what I wanted. And now let's go ahead and use our Pokedex. We get some good shit, actually. Pokemon Trader is a great one. Energy Search is another really good one. So let's grab another Psychic Energy. And then we'll do Pokemon... actually... I want the Fighting Energy. Actually, no, because we don't have a Diglett right now, so it really doesn't matter. What I want is the Psychic Energy, I want the Energy Removal, I want Pokemon Trader, and then the others don't matter because our deck will have been shuffled at that point. So, yeah, this is a really good one. So for now, we're going to go ahead and lick this Grimer and see what we can do. Ooh, I do get a Para. Let's go. Does it take 20 damage because it's weak to me? It does. Excellent. Excellent. Even if it gets an energy card put on it. Oh, okay. So it puts up Porygon. And then puts a Grass Energy on the Grimer, then it moved. Porygon is a shitty card in the TCG in Gen 1. But, I mean, here we are. So we have another one we put onto Abra. I'm going to Gust of Wind. You may have your Porygon, but guess what? Your Switch and my Gust of Wind cancel each other out, bitch! And we'll do the same thing again. Because I doubt he has 2 switches in his hands. Oh, and we got the Parahax. This is going to be an easy peasy fight against Rick. I am freaking fracking here for it. Let's go. One card from the deck. Ooh, a fancy Mewtwo. Alright. Added a Psychic Energy to his Mewtwo, so it seems like it'll be a Psychic Grass deck. Is what I'm gathering here. Of course, gym leaders are weird, and I mean, our rival had way more types in his deck than he should, so there we are. Let's go ahead and get rid of this one on Mewtwo, because we're going to be killing Grimer, so there's no point in wasting that resource on him. So let's go ahead and lick this bad, and get rid of this pile of sentient sludge, shall we? Get out of here, Grimer. Death. Now, I'm going to assume he's going to send out Porygon. Ooh, we got another Mr. Mime. Yep, he did. Because I think Porygon, being a normal type, is resistant to me. Finish the turn without attacking. Okay. Haven't seen him play any other energy type. So, what we're going to do is we don't need 2 Mr. Mimes, so we are going to trade out this one Mr. Mime for a Haunter. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, we're going to evolve it into Haunter. Excellent. We now have a chance not to get hit at all. Let me make sure it's resistant to me. It is, unfortunately. And what does Mewtwo do? Energy Absorption and Psyburn. Choose up to 2 energy cards from your discard pile and attach them to Mewtwo. Huh. Okay. Interesting. It's actually not a bad card. What we can do is put it to sleep. I can't do any damage to it because of its resistance, but I can cause it shenanigans and mayhem while I can't do anything to it, and I'm waiting for a Diglett to arise. Our deck is shuffled, so I have no idea what's going to be coming up in our hand next. Ideally, I'd be able to switch out Porygon for literally Coughing or Mewtwo. Doesn't matter to me. And we can go from there. But, okay, waking up doesn't matter. Love that. What did we draw? Professor Oak. That is amazing. So I will play my Mr. Mime because I don't want it to go to waste. I will play Abra. I also don't want it to go to waste. And we will Professor Oak. I am so happy that we drew this because we're going to be able to get so many good cards. Okay, we have a ton of energies, which is exactly what I wanted to see. We got a Doug Trio, we got a Mr. Mime, an Energy Search, and an Energy Removal. We're going to use Energy Search. We have 2 of those. I would like another Psychic Energy because we have basically all Psychic Pokemon right now. We have enough Fighting Energies to make a Diglett useful, so that's good. We're going to use Energy Removal. I refuse to let this Mewtwo have any kind of good time going on. And then we are going to add a Psychic Energy to Mr. Mime at this point in time. Now, what we're going to do is we will just sit pretty with the hand we have right now and put this Porygon to sleep and move on to the next turn. We have a lot of great cards in our hand right now. So if I can get a Diglett, I can get rid of this Porygon easily. If I can get Gengar, then I can do some shenanigans of doing damage onto the bench and moving it onto Porygon. It'll only take 3 turns to do that, and I'll be able to kill it. So that would work out really well. And we got the Diglett, so that works for me. Excellent. We're gonna attach this to our Diggy Wiggy and attack from here. Same thing. I want to wait another turn so I can make sure I have 2 energy cards onto my Diglett so I can guarantee the kill on Porygon. And then I'll switch out Haunter for it. Assuming the next card I draw isn't Gengar. If that's the case, then we're leaving Haunter in. But here we go. Alright, so I was able to attach another one. Oh, and it evolved it into Weezing. Okay. Oh, he has his own Professor Oak. Well, that's not what I wanted to see, because unfortunately... Ugh, that gives him a lot of really good resources. Which is not good for us. I want him to have the least amount of advantages and opportunities as possible. But that's okay. We are going to put this onto our Diggy Wiggy. And we will switch out. Nice thing with Haunter, no retreat costs. So we will move out to Diglett. We will attack and kill this Porygon. Finally, get it out of here immediately. Boom. Take another prize card, which is an item finder. Nice. We could use that actually to get ourselves a bill if we can find one, because I don't really want to use Professor Oak again since we have some good cards in our hand. Smog. Okay. If I get poisoned, then Diglett is dead. Luckily, I don't get poisoned, so that worked out actually quite nicely. Oh, but I'm weak. Okay. To grass. You know, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. I forgot about that, so that'll happen. I did not mean to place out Abra. Okay, well, this is where we are now, apparently. Whoopsie! That's okay, though. So, we already have a Mr. Mime down. I feel like we don't need another Mr. Mime. And we already have 2 Abras, I believe. Mr. Mime, Abra, yeah, and Haunter. So, I don't care if that goes away, so we are going to put this onto Haunter. It's already out, or Abra, it's already out here. I really don't care about Abra or Dugtrio, so we are going to use an item finder, and we are going to get rid of Abra and Mr. Mime, and we are going to bring out Professor Oak, because I would love to have more options in my hand than less, and we're just going to use Professor Oak. I need more resources. We won't do any more card thinning when we get to about 20 cards, but I really needed this. Okay, we have Energy Retrieval and Energy Search, so we're going to search our deck. We definitely need more Psychic Energies. So I will gladly take more. We have an Alakazam, which is great. Another Haunter, Energy Retrieval, and a Switch. So, what I can do is actually, let's use that Switch. That way I don't have to get rid of the energy card that's already on my Abra. And we're going to switch out Haunter instead. Now what we're going to do is, have I used an energy card this turn? I have. We are going to use Nightmare. It's going to do 20 damage because Weezing is weak to us. And it's going to put it to sleep. Which is great. So while it's a 3-hit KO, which is not ideal, we are able to put it to sleep, which may work in our favor, and it does. Excellent, excellent. which gives us more time to beef up and evolve the Kadabra into the Alakazam that we need it to be. Great, finish the turn without attacking because you can't because you're unconscious! Yes! Excellent! And it's still asleep. Good. And we got a bill. Excellent. Let's do it. Alright, and now we're at 20 cards. And we got the Gengar that we were looking for. Yes! Yes. Okay, perfect. Gengar, I love that I finally got you. We are going to move this onto you. You are going to die no matter what because it's going to do 60 damage to you. So we are going to use Curse and start moving damage counters from you onto another Pokemon. I would kill Grimer in one hit. I'd kill Coughing and Mewtwo in one hit. So we might as well put it onto Mewtwo. And now I will go ahead and Dark Mind Murder this thing. And we'll put another one onto Mewtwo. Do as much chip damage onto his highest HP Pokemon as possible so it's easier for us to take out. Boom! Excellent. Oh, we got a Diglett! Yay! Love that for us. We can do all kinds of shenanigans now. Alright, you're gonna Nasty Goof. Flip a coin if heads of any Pokemon's now paralyzed. Okay. Not great. Okay, so we are paralyzed. Got it. Not what I was really going for, but nothing I can do about it either. Another Kadabra. Okay, we're going to add another Psychic Energy onto Abra here, and I will evolve my Abras into Kadabras. We're going to move that Abra here, and we're going to evolve this Abra here. We do have Energy Retrieval. I can get rid of the other Haunter because I really don't need it, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's get rid of Haunter, and we will grab the Fighting Energies because I need those for my Diglett, which is fine. So let's go ahead and play Diglett onto the bench. Excellent! And we can't do anything for this turn, so we will wait. Eventually, we won't be paralyzed, or we'll get a switch card, either one, and we'll be good to go. Now, I'm assuming it's gonna get heads because I'm just always trying to plan for the worst but hope for the best. Luckily, we did it, which means it's gonna be dead. Easy peasy. Love that for us. Okay. Yep, and there's the switch I needed even if I had gotten it. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together and the deck is consistently amazing and unable to be beaten. Alright, we're going to Dark Mind it here. And again, we're gonna attack the Mewtwo because I can one-hit KO the other two Pokemon on his bench, so doesn't matter. I can one-shot every Pokemon he could choose to send up right now. Cool, we got another Psychic Energy. He's gonna put out his Coughing. And I'm assuming he has, what, Poison Gas or something to poison me with? Nothing, actually. He can't attack me. I was thinking he would have something, but I guess not. So let's put another one onto Diglett down here, and then let's evolve Diglett into Dugtrio. And then we'll use Energy Search to search ourselves a wonderful Fighting Energy so that I can have it super duper ready to go. And same shit, we're just gonna attack and OHKO it. I only have 2 energy cards left, so, or 2 prize cards left, and now only 1. Whatever he sends out is gonna die. Excellent, we got an Energy Surge that we don't need, and Grimer is out, and we're gonna win. Oh, look, he placed another Mewtwo he's never gonna use. Love that. Finish the turn without attacking! Hey! Alright, energy removal, doesn't matter. Let's just kill it, get the game over with, move on to the next battle. And we'll attack the Mewtwo again. Why not? Alright, boom shakalaka boom. Dead, done. Last prize card, gotten. Easy peasy. Next, we're gonna be facing the Fighting Gym Leader, because I beat all of his pupils to shit and back. So now he'll actually face us. There are at times problems even science cannot answer. Here, take this medal. It is a result of our research. It looks the exact same color. It is the exact same color and shading as the grass one. They couldn't have come up with a different colored pixel for each of the badges at the very least. Seems lazy on their part, but you know. Okay, we got a Muck, which knows Sludge. Ignore all Pokemon powers other than toxic gases. This power stops working. Okay, so it eliminates all other Pokemon powers. Flip a coin if hesitant Pokemon is now poison. Not bad. Shitty Porygon, Marowak, and other shenanigans. Cool. I really don't need anything from the laboratory packs. Coliseum, yeah, I could definitely use some stuff from that, but That's about it. All right, and sounds good. Away we go. Now we're gonna go to the fighting club and face him here. So, you defeated all of my pupils. Let's see if you have what it takes to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Okay, are you ready? Yes, I am, Mitch. Come at me, bro. AKA Discount Bruno. Alrighty. Let's see what we have here. Obviously, he's going to be focused on fighting-type Pokemon, so it's going to be better for us to have our Psychic Pokemon out. Excellent. We have Ghastly, and it looks like Ghastly is the only one we have. We do have Dugtrio, Professor Oak, Bill, Pokemon Trainer, Energy Search, and Switch. So we have a lot of really good cards that will allow us to work with the Ghastly that's out right now, which is great. Okay, and I get to go first, which is excellent. It's exactly what I want to see. Oh, Fighting Energy. Okay. What I want to do first is we are going to thin our deck out. We're going to grab ourselves the Psychic Energy that we definitely need. Okay, obviously we're going to play the Psychic Energy onto Ghastly. And now we are going to use Bill so that we can see what other resources we have available to us at the moment. Another Energy Search and a Pokedex. Nice. We're going to Energy Search. I will use this to grab another Psychic Energy from the deck. That way we can guarantee to have it in our hand. And we are going to use the Pokedex. So we'll hang on to Professor Oak for now. It's nice we have that in our back pocket. I would like to have Bill, of course, so we can grab another... We'll grab Mr. Mime, and we'll grab another Psychic Energy. And then we will grab Gengar and a Fighting Energy. That sounds good to me. Excellent. That's kind of where we're at right now. I could Pokemon Trader to get myself a Haunter, but I don't want to fuck up the Pokedex I just did. So we're just going to sit pretty for now. This is a great first turn. We are doing excellent in managing our resources to get exactly what we want. And we're good to go from there. Bye-bye. Excellent. Mitch is thinking. Okay, he's gonna do nothing. Love that for us. We got Bill. Let's use him. Grab ourselves the other two cards that we knew we were going to get for our Mr. Mime and whatnot. So let's go ahead and play Mr. Mime on our bench so we can have at least something else other than Haunter or Ghastly should something happen to Ghastly. Alright, we're going to place another one on you. Now, the other ones that were coming up in our deck from the other ones were just a Gengar, and that was really it. A Gengar and a Fighting Energy, which doesn't help us. Pokemon Trader would be far more useful, so we're going to use that Dugtrio and switch it out for a Haunter, because I would much rather have a chance of not being able to be hit by anything with Transparency than have a Gengar that I can't even evolve into. Where's my Haunter? There we go. Sitting at the bottom of the deck. Thank God I used Pokemon Trader for it, because we would not have gotten a Haunter for a long-ass time with the way the deck was shuffled at that point. Okay. So now, we've already done that, which is fine. So we are going to attack and put it to sleep. It's going to do 20 damage with the weakness that it has. Whether it stays asleep or not, kind of irrelevant. It would be great if it did, but it may not even be able to hurt us regardless, and it stays asleep, so it doesn't matter. Excellent. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a deck is consistent. Oh, this deck is amazing. Definitely the best deck I've ever made. Psychodiglet, man. Not psychedelic, Psychodiglet. Even better. Squirrel and Friends deck. Psh, Psychodiglet deck. Yes. Okay, I got an energy removal. That's actually pretty nice. Did he put any energy cards onto his bench Pokemon? He did. He put it onto Hitmonlee, so we're going to get rid of that. Waste his resources. We're going to add another Psychic Energy onto Haunter here, and then we are going to attack and get ourselves another prize card. I don't mind using Professor Oak next turn, depending on what I end up drawing. Because... okay, so I drew another Ground Energy. That makes me not want to use Professor Oak as much because I don't have as many Ground Energies. But, I mean, worst case scenario, we just don't use the Ground Energies. I'll put one on Mr. Mime because he only needs one Psychic and then one Colorless. Yeah, so we're going to use this because our hand is looking atrocious right now, and we're going to be much better suited having 7 fresh new cards. Okay, we got another Dugtrio, another Abra. or another Ghastly and an Abra, which is great. So let's go ahead and place the Ghastly and the Abra onto the bench just in case. We have another switch and a Gust of Wind. This is great. Really good resources we were able to draw here. A little disappointed I wasn't able to net a Gengar, so I could just OHKO this Hitmonlee, but of course, that's a 1 in 60 chance. Well, less than that because of the 6 prize cards. It's a 1 in 54 chance of getting it out of the entire deck, but it was a higher chance because we only had 37 cards, so it was a 1 in 37 chance of getting the Gengar in our hand because we know it's in our deck because we saw it before. It's not in our prize cards, but that's okay. Unfortunately, he did wake up, but with transparency, we may not even take damage regardless, which would be honestly really nice. Okay, we're going to put this onto Mr. Mime so that Mr. Mime is now ready to take on anything at all. Excellent. And what can I do here? I could switch it out for, or Gust of Winded is what I mean, for something else, but I don't want to. I'm just going to use Nightmare. It'll be a 3-hit KO, guaranteed, because it only has 60 HP. Put it to sleep again. And we'll just save ourselves a little bit of time. Maybe we'll draw a Bill. Maybe we'll draw a Gengar. I would appreciate a Bill. Or an item finder, so I can use Professor Oak again. That would actually be very ideal, and I have 2 item finders in my deck, so the chance of that happening is quite high. Okay, so he knows what I'm going to draw next, and he decided to potion up his sleeping Hitmonlee. He does have 3 energy cards on Hitmonlee now, which is not ideal. He's awake, but it doesn't matter, because I'll just put him back to sleep again. Now, what that says to me is... Oh, okay. I was like, I have something very good coming up, but apparently I don't. So, that's fine. We'll thin our deck out with Energy Search. And I will grab another Psychic Energy. Love that for us. We're going to put that onto Abra, so we can start getting ready and prepping for a Kadabra and or Alakazam. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Gust of Wind this Pokemon away, because it has 3 energies on it, and that worries me. I would much rather handle this Mankey. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to Nightmare this Mankey to sleep, do 20 damage to it, have it barely hang on by a thread, and hopefully it won't wake up, so it can't be easily retreated onto the bench. Unfortunately, it did wake up, so now it can be easily retreated onto his bench. So that kind of backfired, but it was a risk worth taking. Okay, he finished the turn without attacking. He didn't have an energy needed to retreat the Mankey, so that's actually super good for us. And we got a build within our deck even more. Gengar, energy removal, and an energy retrieval. Not bad. Okay, not what I was looking for, but also not terrible. We're going to go ahead and get rid of a fighting energy on his other one there. I don't believe I have any energy cards. It's all trainer cards. I have 1 fighting energy, but it's not worth it, so we'll hang on to our energy retrieval for now. And we'll just kill him. Easy peasy. Get Mankey out of here, take another prize card, and call it good. Doesn't matter that Mankey's asleep because he's knocked out, bitch! And we're going to thin our deck even more with another Energy Search. Love that. So the chance of us getting a Gengar is going to be higher because we'll be able to thin our deck even more. If your Pokemon has a bench Pokemon, choose one of them to attack does 20 damage to it. Okay, so he's choosing to attack my bench. Makes sense with Abra. Okay, not what I want to see happen, literally even a little bit, but I understand why he would do that. I would do the same thing if I was in his position. Okay, we are going to use an Energy Search. Go ahead and grab a Psychic Energy. And then we'll do the same thing. We're going to do Nightmare. Take it out. So it's unconscious and unable to do any damage to us. Hopefully it stays asleep. And it does. Excellent. It won't be able to knock out an Abra. He won't be able to take a single prize card from us. Amazing. And he has Defender, huh? Alright, so he's going to survive 1 more turn, essentially, because Defender knocks down 20 damage when it's put on a Pokemon. So he's stalling, but that's okay. What I have is a Psychic Energy, so we are going to put that onto... I'm actually going to play our other Abra. And put it onto the other Abra, because I want to put resources onto ones that aren't hurt. But for now, we're going to use a potion on Abra, so he cannot one-hit KO anyone. and I can just say fuck you to him. So, regardless, we're gonna get rid of his defender. It's gotta be attacked even if nothing happens, and we still put him to sleep, which is great. The defender is gone. We weren't able to knock him out, but he is still asleep. We've guaranteed he can't hurt and knock out Abra, even if he did happen to wake up. So no matter what the possibility was, we were set. Which is great. This deck is so fucking good. Okay, and he stayed asleep. Not that it matters, but that's just a little salt rubbed into the wound. Excellent. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack, kill this bitch, take the prize card, and force him to move up his bench Pokemon. His little tiny baby Machop. Excellent. We'll draw our prize. Ooh, and it's a Bill. Good. That gives us a higher chance of pulling the Pokemon that we're looking for, aka Gengar. Okay. Karate Chop, 50 minus other ones, but he may not even be able to hurt me. Let's go. He was not going to do any damage to me because transparency, which is why Haunter is such a good fucking Pokemon. This particular Haunter, anyway. Okay, we're going to use Bill. Get ourselves 2 more cards. Item Finder and Energy Retrieval. Okay. You know what? We're going to use Item Finder. I really don't need Energy Retrieval, and I really don't need Diglett. So we are going to get Professor Oak because I want as many chances as possible. Okay, we might as well evolve into Dugtrio, because why not? Gust of Wind doesn't matter, Switch doesn't matter, Energy Retrieval doesn't matter. I only have 1 prize card left, so I do not mind thinning my deck out to a really dangerous level of 10, because this gives me a high chance of potentially grabbing, and unfortunately not getting, Gengar. Because the odds were on our side that one of our 7 cards would be what I was looking for, but that's okay. Because I can do the same thing again. So we're going to Item Finder, we are going to get rid of Ghastly, and we're going to get rid of Mr. Mime, because why not? And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do Professor Oak. Have I played an energy card this turn? I haven't. So we're going to add this onto Abra, just because. And then we're going to use Professor Oak again. We're going to go down to 3 cards. And if I do not get Gengar in these 7 cards I just picked up, I'm going to be upset. But I saw it, so we're good. We finally fucking got it. There we go. Excellent. Love that for us. Got it. I did finally fucking get it. Oh, and we got both of our Kadabras. Look at that. Might as well evolve both of ours into Kadabra. Why not? And we have a Pokedex. So let's see what the other cards are that are in our deck right now. Fighting Energy, Psychic, and Abra. Okay, we'll do this order. Those will be the last 3 cards of our game. Doesn't matter. I'll kill him and take my victory before I deck out. He doesn't have any bench Pokemon, so we're good to go. Okay, he does have that one there, which is fine. I'll still be able to take it out before I deck out. Easy peasy. Am I playing with fire? Absolutely. Do I give a shit? Absolutely not! Alright. Kadabra is gone from there. We know that we're going to be able to kill his Machoke easily, so let's put one onto Hitmonchan so I can guarantee a 1-hit KO next turn. Dark Mind. Excellent. We're going to kill the Machoke, put another damage counter on Hitmonchan to guarantee the death, and go from there. Boom. Machoke was knocked out. I was able to get another Haunter. Nice. Not that I have a Ghastly to evolve it from. Or do I have one on my bench? I don't actually remember. Okay. He was lucky enough to draw another basic. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna win. Okay. We got a Fighting Energy. It's almost like I knew that was going to happen. Oh, we do have a Ghastly. Look at that. Alright, well, we might as well put this one onto Kadabra here. Why not? And then we are going to evolve it into Haunter, because why not? I might as well. And then we are going to use Dark Mind. It'll knock out this Pokemon, and we'll just do damage onto Hitmonlee. I don't even need to use Gengar's Pokemon Power of Curse, because I know that Hitmonlee only has 60 HP, which was going to be an OHKO anyway, so there was no point in me moving damage counters in order to do that. And we're good. There we go. Finish the turn without attacking. He has no bench Pokemon. Even if he did grab another bench Pokemon, I'm going to murder his Hitmonlee in 1 turn right now anyway, and we win the game. So, there we go. Dark Mind. Was I being risky? Yes. Did it work out and was super worth it? Also, yes. Love that for us. Excellent, and we got our Alakazam. Oh, we won. 34 cards versus 0. Ooh. Wonderful, great match. You're very good. Here, take this. It's the fighting medal. You'll find the secret to the decks in the club encrypted in it. Again, they were lazy and had the exact same fucking color as they did for the rock one. Why? Why? Here, take this too. It's a laboratory booster pack. Okay. Why everybody is giving me laboratory ones, I don't know. But here we are. All right. Cool. Don't care. There's literally nothing in the laboratory packs that I want. Okay, and now we need to take on the Fire Club, which will be the last one. But apparently, Truey, my friend Truey, in the comment section of the last video, told me that if I go to the PCs, Dr. Mason actually gives you mail after you do things and gives you free packs. Did you try building your own deck? This time, I'll give you some tips on the types and number of cards you should include in your deck. If you have 3 of a basic Pokemon, you'll want 2 of its stage 1 and 1 of its stage 2. As you follow the rule, your deck will become more well-balanced. Oh, I know that! I was taught that from far earlier in the beginning of the game. But this is actually really good tips for people that don't know very much about the TCG. I also love that he signs off with a winky face as his sign-off signature. This time I'm sending 2 booster packs. Ooh. Okay, so he gave us 2 mystery ones. We got a Zapdos, Omastar, cool. And a Laptery, again, one we don't need. So I really don't care what cards I get from that one. Very cool. Okay, well, let's go take on the Fire Gym, because that is the last one that we need. And then we'll be able to take out... is there anybody in here? My friend Ishihara wants to trade cards. Why don't you go visit him sometime? No. I'm burning with Pokemon fever today. One day I'm going to inherit the legendary cards. You know, you say that, but I don't think you will. All right, have I not already gotten the fire one? No, I haven't. Okay, so I need to face this guy. Got it. I am Ken, the Fire Club Master. So, you are collecting medals to inherit the legendary cards. Well, you will need many cards in order to inherit the legendary cards. It seems you've collected many cards. Let's begin our duel. Yes, I would, don't douse my burning desire for competition. Okay, so I accidentally hit no, but it looks like the gimmick to this one is that, god damn it, I hit it again. He'll only battle us if we have collected a wide array of different Pokemon cards, which is kind of cool. All right, come on, let's start the duel. Ooh, it's Blaine, but with hair. Awesome. We'll beat him, get the last one we need, and then we will be ready to take on the Elite Four, which is great. So we have only a Diglett, which is fine, because that's gonna do really well. And we have an item finder and 2 item finders, 1 bill. Interesting. I really only need 1 item finder, especially early game. It's a little unfortunate that we drew both item finders in the same hand at the start of the game. But it is what it is. Double colorless to Tauros. If he gets heads, we're dead. Okay. I was gonna say, if he gets heads, he instantly wins the duel. And that would be kind of odd and embarrassing. But that's okay. We will play Zabra. Now he can't one-hit at KOS. Yay. There we go. So let's go ahead and use Bill, shall we? Draw ourselves some more cards and resources. We got an energy retrieval and another fighting energy. Let's go ahead and use item finder. I really don't need energy retrieval. And I don't care about Haunter right now because I have others in my deck. So I would much rather use that to get Bill and grab myself 2 more cards that it could be useful, like a potion or something, or a Pokedex. That works too. Okay, let's see what the next 5 cards in our deck are. A Psychic, an Energy Search, Dugtrio, Scoop Up, Gust of Wind. Gust of Wind is going to be actually really good for us. I really like that. We're going to probably want a Scoop Up as well. But a Psychic Energy first, and then Scoop Up, then an Energy Search, then a Dugtrio, because our Diglett's most likely going to die, so it doesn't matter if we have Dugtrio. Excellent. Looks like we're good right now. Did I already play an energy card? I did. Okay. I thought I did, but I just wanted to double check. So we'll at least be able to get 20 damage off on this guy. We will die next turn, but it is what it is. I wasn't able to get an energy removal, which is what I was hoping for, but that's okay. Oh, he's gonna use his Stomp, guarantee the death here. It's fine. I would have done the same thing. Luckily, we do have an Abra. The fact we don't have a lot of basic Pokemon coming up for us is a little worrying, because normally I have more basic Pokemon on my bench, so we don't have to worry about not having any bench Pokemon. But thankfully, I'm able to put this onto Abra. We're going to be able to Gust of Wind this bitch away. And yeah, we're going to do the Growlithe because it's not going to be able to do any damage to us. And it has a retreat cost of 1. So that's actually pretty good for us. Right now, I think the next one we got was another Psychic Energy. And then from there, we'll be okay. So for now, we're going to Psyshock. I will wait to use my item finder on Bill for another turn so that I can get through more of my top cards more quickly, rather than wasting the energy cards I already have. Okay, he's placing another Jigglypuff down. For a Fire Gym Leader, he's really not playing a lot of fire cards. It's more colorless Pokemon than anything. It's like he's trying to be like Murray and pretend to be a Fire-type Gym Leader when really he's just an overqualified normal-type Gym Leader. But here we are. Okay, we're going to place another one onto Abra, and now we are going to use this. So we're going to get rid of the Fighting and Psychic energies, and we are going to do Bill so that we can grab the other 2 cards, get ourselves more resources. We have Scoop Up and an Energy Search, so we're going to use an Energy Search, and we are going to get ourselves, yep, so we had a trio and stuff. Fine, we're going to get ourselves another Psychic Energy, shuffle our deck, because it was a really shitty shuffle. And now we're going to Psyshock. Hopefully, this will give us a higher chance now that it's shuffled again to get us another basic Pokemon that I can put on my bench. Mr. Mime, Abra, Ghastly, Diglett, doesn't matter. I need something for my bench so we will not be dead, because Abra obviously isn't known for having high HP. That's not what I wanted to see, but it is what it is. So we're just going to have to kind of stall here. Thankfully, we are able to get the pair up, which prevents Growlithe from retreating, even if he did put an energy card into his Growlithe, which is good. But my stalling could end at literally any time, unfortunately. Should Growlithe actually be able to switch out, he could draw a switch, which would, you know, make it kind of pointless and useless anyway. We could have any kind of matter of things happen. So, yeah, Scoop Up, not exactly helpful at the moment. But we're able to get the para. If I can just para-lock him for a little bit, we'll be okay. Okay. Oh, low battery on my controller. Oh, no. That's fine. I'll just plug it in. It's being wireless right now. He still needs a fire energy. Oh, thank God. Okay. Mr. Mime. Amazing. Exactly what I needed. So now I can put a Psychic Energy onto Mr. Mime. Sweet! Excellent. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to Psyshock. And I will plug my controller in while Big A Pikachu says, fuck you, Growlithe. Okay, excellent. And now he is able to put a Fire Energy, but not onto Growlithe, onto his Jigglypuff. If I could get some energy removals, that would be great. Because I am not looking forward to what is going to come out from his bench. What is his bench looking like right now? He has Tauros, which can one-hit kill me, especially with Rampage. It's 20 damage plus 10 more for each damage counter on Tauros. There's none on him, so it would just be 20 damage. Lullaby, which would put me to sleep, and another one, which would just put me to sleep right now, unfortunately. I'm very concerned about that Tauros. Very, very concerned about the Tauros. So, you know, I'm actually not going to kill this Growlithe because I want to keep Growlithe. But he did end up switching it out for the Tauros. I knew that was a possibility, but that's okay. I didn't know if his AI was going to be smart enough to do that. Unfortunately, it was smart enough to do that. That's okay. That was my risk and my not reward. But it's workaroundable, so we're okay. Not the best position to be in. Oh, and I just drew my Kadabra. Of course I did. Alright, not, again, the best position to be in, but for now, all we can do is be done. I mean, he'll use Stomp if we get heads. Unfortunately, we do take damage here. I was like, if he gets heads, we won't have any damage done to us. but that's okay. Energy retrieval. Excellent. That's exactly what I need. So we'll be able to get rid of Dugtrio, because I don't need him at the moment. And let's go ahead and grab a fighting energy and another fighting energy, because I do have Diglett on my bench. So I want to beef him up as much as I can. I do, however, need another turn. So that's fine. If anything, we'll just have Mr. Mime be a wall, which works well with his ability Invisible Wall. Thankfully, we're not taking damage here, so Mr. Mime survives one more turn. We have a Ghastly. Excellent. So we have another Pokemon we can put on our bench. Love that for us. Okay. Diglett's going to have that here. Kadabra, we can't do anything with at the moment. Now, I do want to use Switch because... Actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. It's a one-hit KO. I just wanted to make sure Tauros had 60 HP and not 70, because otherwise I would be dead. So, Mudslap it is. Death to this Tauros, so I can just get it out of here immediately, because Tauros is one of the most annoying fucking Pokemon to face in this goddamn game, at least against my deck. And it's a lot of his resources wasted, which is great. Pokeball, hopefully he gets a tail and is not able to get what he wants. Ah, fuck, he was actually able to grab it. Damn it! Alright, well, he was able to get a Chansey, but that's nothing to me and my Dugtrios and Digletts. Okay, so we treated it so that he could just have a giant wall of Chansey. That's fair. And now we can use Scrunch with his double colorless energy. Alright. Not a bad strategy. Not a bad strat, because he knew that Jigglypuff was a one-hit KO. His Scrunch was unsuccessful, though, so fuck you, Ken! Excellent. And we got a Bill. Love that for us. Okay, so we get another Fighting Energy and another Ghastly. Excellent. We'll place the Ghastly. We will obviously do our Psychic Energy, because we need to. We don't have a Dugtrio, so there's no point in wasting our other Fighting Energy on Diglett here. We will Mud Slap and take out half of this Chance's HP in one hit, because we are god tier. It's like a Diglett for the win. Whether he is able to successfully use Scrunch this time or not is irrelevant, or he just retreat Chansey straight to the bench. That works too. Yep, he's gonna put me to sleep. It's fine. It is what it is. If I could get my other Dugtrio, that would be pretty pog. Unfortunately, we are staying asleep. But if I evolve, it won't matter, because all my status conditions will be cured. Unfortunately, we get a non-evolution, but energy removal isn't too bad. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the fire energy on Wigglytuff so it can't do that to me again. And we will just be done for now. Let's see if I wake up. I do not, which is fine. Because even if he attaches another energy card onto Wigglytuff, he can't put me to sleep because I'm already asleep. So I'll just have to finish the turn without attacking, which is good. So let's see if I wake up this time. I do! Excellent. Love that for me. Do I draw another Dugtrio? I do not. I get an Alakazam, oddly enough. Okay. Well, what I can do, because I don't have an Abra, I don't have any of that, which is unfortunate. We'll just Mud Slap. Easy peasy. I will go to sleep next turn, but I'm still able to get 60 damage off, which is great. And he will not be able to get 2 energy cards onto his Wigglytuff to do any damage to my Diglett before I'm able to take his Wigglytuff out, so I'm not worried. It's gonna be easy. And now, Diglett is cured of sleep. Excellent. I was hoping that we would get turn 1 wake up, and that's exactly what happened. Awesome. Okay, we got Ghastly beefed up, and we'll just mud slap this bitch to death, as is tradition. Maybe I have a Dugtrio hiding in a prize card. Who knows? Okay, let's go ahead and grab our prize. No, we actually got a Mr. Mime again. I only really need one, so that could be good fodder for Pokemon Trader if we happen to get one. Okay, let's hope he fails at getting his recycle. And he does. Love that for us. Okay, he placed a Chansey on the bench. I'm assuming he's going to use Flare. Yep. Do 20 damage to us. Not ideal, but that's okay. We're still alive, and that's what matters. Got another Kadabra, which not useful in really any way, shape, or form. But that's fine. We're going to put this onto Mr. Mime so that Mr. Mime can actually use Meditate. And then we are going to Mud Slap this bitch to death. Goodbye, Growlithe. Give me another prize card. Let's go. Ah, it is an Abra. Excellent. Okay, now I can actually start trying to get up to my Alakazam, because at the very least, I can use Alakazam's Poke Power, even if I don't have energies to use an attack on Alakazam, its Poke Power will still be really useful for keeping my Diglett alive, since Ken is basically just another glorified fucking normal-type Murray gym leader. So here we are. Alright, oh, and we got a potion! Excellent! I'll just use that on Diglett. Easy. Love that for us. Cool. Okay, I don't know if Scrunch worked. I don't remember. Either way, I'm just gonna attack it. And it didn't work! Hey! Okay, so I'm able to get half of its health gone. Love that for us. Defender. Okay. So our attack's gonna do 20 less damage. I wonder if I can get rid of the Defender even if Scrunch is successful. It wasn't successful, but unfortunately that Defender will allow it to survive one more turn, which kind of sucks. But what I can do is get rid of an energy card on their bench to make Jigglypuff completely fucking useless, which is great. Okay, let's go ahead and evolve Abra into Kadabra, and then Mudslap. You will survive one more turn because of your freaking frackin' Defender, but we will persevere. We have this game in the bag. The fact that I can take out his entire deck with a Diglett, not even a Dugtrio, just a Diglett, tells you how insanely good Diglett, let alone Dugtrio, is in the very beginning TCG of this game. It's so good. Alright, let's actually start putting some energies onto this Kadabra, shall we? And then evolve it into Alakazam. Excellent. So we are able to get damage swap out, which is great. So let's attack. Boom, shakalaka boom. And Chansey is dead. Its Scrunch was, in fact, unsuccessful as fuck. Oh, we got another Diglett. Love that. Okay. You can have your Jigglypuff put me to sleep, but you will only prolong your suffering, my guy. We only need 2 more prize cards, too, which is great. Eventually, I will get a Dugtrio, and I will be able to wake my Diglett up and not have there be any issues whatsoever. Or I could just switch it out. That works, too. I could just have my switch card. Oh, my God. Okay. Who would I switch it for, though? That's the question. I have Mr. Mime, I have Ghastly. I can't actually do any damage to this Jigglypuff, so we will save our switch for now, and I will just wait. Okay, looks like we woke up. So, Jigglypuff is doing its job of stalling for Ken. Energy Retrieval. Not a bad card. He was able to get his fire energies back. We can start beefing up his Chansey. It's fine. Eventually, RNG will not fall onto his side. Any strategies that rely only on RNG do not work in the long run. It's nice as a potential help in the short run, but it's not something that you can rely on every single time. Ooh, double energy removal. That is great because we will be able to get rid of the one that's on Jigglypuff so it can stop putting us to fucking sleep. And then we'll be able to get rid of one that's on Chansey so that he'll be forced to choose one of the 2 of them, which is great. Excellent. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Doesn't matter. I'm glad that I'm awake because if he has another energy card, he's probably not going to waste it on Jigglypuff. He's going to put it on his Chansey instead. Recycle? Yes or no? It's such a bad card. Item Finder is so much better. Recycle is a shittier, less good version of Item Finder. The fact it doesn't have Item Finder in his deck and has Recycle instead is a little weird to me. But whatever. Okay, so we have another Fighting Energy. I don't want to use it yet, simply because I don't know if we will be able to get a Dugtrio. So I might as well just save it, just in case, you know? Keep our resources close at hand, since we have so few cards left in our deck. We need to be smart with the resources we have left and available. Scrunch, that's fine. If it doesn't work, I win. And it doesn't, I win. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. If I get a Dugtrio, it's just insult to injury. Love that for us. Alright, let's go ahead and put this on Diglett, and fuck it. Let's just to meme on him. We'll use Professor Oak, get 7 cards, see if we can get a Dugtrio, evolve it, and then do 80 damage rather than the 60, just for overkill. We do get a Dugtrio. Amazing. Absolutely outstanding. Love it. Okay, slash, dead, done. I could have killed it with my Diglett, but I just wanted to rub more salt into Ken's wound. Oh my god. Amazing. GG's. I think we get another letter from the PC from Dr. Mason. So that's really good. That was a great duel. Here, let me give you this. We got a fire. At least it's a unique color. with this, you're a little closer to the legendary Pokemon cards. Here, take this too. I hope it'll help you out. Okay, so we got 2 mystery packs. Interesting. Aerodactyl, Jolteon, Flareon. Okay. Interesting. Double colorless energy. That's cool. I mean, I don't need it for literally anything, but there we are. Let's play Heated Duel again. See you later. Alright, let's go back to Mason's laboratory because I want to see what the last letter he's going to send us is before we take on the Elite Four. It's me, Dr. Mason. Have you collected many cards? I have some information about Ken's deck. He's the master of the Fire Club. Well, it consists just of colorless Pokemon with like a sprinkling of a Growlithe, and that's literally it. Okay, so I got a mystery card pack. I probably don't need anything in this. An Articuno, double colorless. Cool. Okay, look closely at the cards you just received. You should be able to come up with a winning strategy. Oh, winky face Dr. Mason. Elle, it's me, Dr. Mason. You're finally going to be dueling a Grandmaster. Grandmaster Courtney uses the legendary Moltres, so her deck should be made up of fire Pokemon. Be sure to use water, since water Pokemon are the weakness of fire. Other than that, just watch how your opponent plays and choose your strategy accordingly. Alright. P.S. You're almost there. Keep up the good work. Oh, I finally got the Colosseum one! Alright, let's see if we actually get something good from this. Oh my god, computer search! Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that is the exact card I wanted to add to my deck. Okay, perfect. No, we're adding that literally right now. That is one of the best cards in the entire game, and I have not had a single one this whole fucking time. So I am thrilled I finally got it. And the reason it's so good is because you discard 2 other cards from your hand, but then you can search for any card, anything, energy, trainer, Pokemon, whatever, and you put it into your hand. God tier card. So, I will gladly put computer search in and take out, let's see, what would we want to take out instead to make room for it? Probably Potion. I really don't care about Potion. It's just there because I had it and it was a filler card, so there we go. I would much rather be able to get exactly the cards I need. So that is Amazeballs Banana Pants Mickey. Now we are done. We get to go to the the Pokemon Dome. Those in search of the legendary Pokemon cards defeat the masters of the 8 clubs and attain the 8 medals. Once attained, defeat the Grandmaster here at the Pokemon Dome, and then you shall inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Only those who have won all 8 medals may enter. You have all 8 medals. Enter! Alright, well, there we go. Literally what I needed. Professor of all 8 medals, enter the dueling stage. However, you will be unable to turn back. Enter this dueling stage. We will wait for a moment. Oh, okay. Because I need to save the game. I want to save before we go into that because I actually have to record my game that I'm going to be playing with my friend Trash. Instead of doing a Nuzlocke, we're doing a challenge video together, and it's going to be very fun. That'll be released on Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I got to record that with him first, and then after that, I will take on the Grandmasters, and we'll finish out the game from there, because we're at the end game now, so I'm excited! Alright, everybody, it is time to take on the final test of the Pokemon TCG 1998 Gameboy game, which is the Elite Four. So, apparently I accidentally pressed B, which is not what I meant to do, but I have finally gotten my Tynamos captured. Today was the Tynamo Community Day in Pogo, if you guys didn't know. And I got myself a 3-star Tynamo Shiny, which I'm very happy about. And I have an almost perfect regular Tynamo. Now, Electros in general is not a very good Pokemon, but that's okay. Now I'm actually paying attention and I can press yes instead of accidentally hitting no. Here we go. We're gonna look at all of our freaking frackin' people here. Welcome to the Pokemon Dome. I am Rod, the leader of the Grandmasters, and this is the Grandmaster Courtney, the Fire Queen. Grandmaster of Lightning, Thunder Steve. And Grandmaster of Ice, Gentlemanly Jack. Jack Frost. We are the 4 Grandmasters who guard the legendary Pokemon cards. If you can defeat all of us, then you will have earned the right to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Elle, take your place at the table. It's always interesting because we fought so many decks already that have Mew and Mewtwo in it, and those are actually more powerful, valuable legendaries than the legendary bird trio. So the fact that in this game they treat Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno like they are some kind of upper echelon of legendary Pokemon that surpasses even that of Mew and Mewtwo is kind of wild. I really like Courtney's pixel art, though. It's very pretty. Her hair is like fire! Alright, so we have quite a few energy cards, which is good. We have Ghastly, and we have basically just Ghastly. So what we really need is another card put onto our bench here. Now, I do get to play first, which is great. Hopefully we'll draw another basic. Or Professor Oak. Alright. Well, for now, let's see what we got working with here. So we have a Magmar. Smokescreen, 10 damage to defending Pokemon, tries to attack Pokemon during its turn. Okay, and then what does Smog do? Point defense defending Pokemon is now poisoned. What does she have? She has a Vulpix. So she is an actual fire trainer. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and use Energy Search to thin our deck out. We might as well take another Psychic Energy. Why the fuck not? Worst case scenario, I just get rid of them and it's not a biggie. There's no energy cards because it's only the first turn of the game and I'm the only one with them. So we are just going to lick, hope we get a para, and go from there. We did get the para. Excellent. So even if she does attach an energy card to Magmar, it won't matter because we'll be able to get rid of it. And she won't be able to attack us with Magmar because she's paralyzed. So she's going to waste her resources, which is exactly what we want to do. I would really like to get into the competitive TCG scene again. I used to do competitive TCG when I was in middle and high school, so this was like 14 plus years ago. But it was really fun, and I know that the state of the game has changed heavily in 15 years. However, I would still really like to get back into it and try it out. I think it would be really fun. I gotta wait till I'm in a better financial position because obviously to play standard, you have to have the most current cards, the most current decks, and that shit is very expensive and hard to maintain and keep up with, of course. So, the best thing to do is just find an expanded league, really, so I can play with my really old cards and still be okay until I can, so I can just still have fun and everything until I get to a point that I can afford to, actually put money into the game and go from there. So with everything we have here, we're just going to Professor Oak because I really need 7 new cards. Cool that we have those energies, but I really don't care. This is exactly what we needed. I needed Diglett, I needed Mr. Mime, I needed Energy Search, which is great because that will allow us to look for a ground energy so that we can have a fighting one and give Diglett a little bit of use, you know? And we have Pokedex, so we can figure out what the next 5 cards are in our deck and put them in the order we need to. We could have another fighting energy for Diglett, which I think is what we're going to do. We're also going to grab another energy removal. We're going to grab a Switch. We're going to grab a... Actually, we're going to grab Gust of Wind, then Switch, then Ghastly. Excellent. Now, with what we have here, we've already done an energy card, right? Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and for now, we're going to save that other Diglett. And we're going to lick the Magmar. Unfortunately, we do not get the para, so it will be able to do some damage to us this turn, which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. And then she does attach it to Growlithe, so she's only going to use Smokescreen on us. Luckily, we're only going to take 10 damage here, which isn't bad. I will take 10 damage. Oh, question mark. Where are they? I'm in a Smokescreen. I can't see. Excellent. So, we're going to go ahead and attach this to our Diggy Wiggy here. And then, let's go ahead and retreat. Ghastly has 0 retreat costs. I would much rather put out Diglett, simply because I have a lot of energies already invested in Ghastly, and I'd like to keep it as healthy as I possibly can. I've already put down an energy this turn. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we are going to dig. Boom. Okay. Do 10 damage there, and then next turn, whether it's able to do 20 damage to me or not, doesn't matter. I'll still survive the attack, and I'll be able to knock it out with Mud Slap for 30 damage. Okay. So, it will do Smokescreen. It might get lucky because it's Smokescreened and not do that, but I could always just switch back into Ghastly and guarantee that I'll be able to do damage to it, which I think is probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to attach this onto our Diglett here. Then we're going to use energy removal, and Magmar is basically dead. She's not doing anything for Magmar, so we're going to get rid of the Growlithe she's trying to tank up for whatever reason. And we are going to retreat, and we're going to switch out to Ghastly. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lick, and we're going to hope for a para. Oh, nope, no para. But that's okay, because we guaranteed that we did 10 damage at the very least. And next turn, we'll be able to take it out, because when we switch back out to Diglett, I'll be able to do 30 damage, knock it out. It doesn't matter that we're going to take another 10 here, because we'll be able to guarantee damage, which is really good. So, goodbye to my health! But I'm still alive, so here we are. Perfect. We'll go ahead and do the same thing again. Let's go ahead and switch back into Diggy Wiggy. And we're going to attach a Psychic Energy onto Mr. Mime so we can start getting him ready for shenanigans. And then we will Mud Slap the fuck out of this Magmar. Say goodbye, goodbye. And death. Excellent. We got an Abra. Interesting. Is this a Moltres that needs 4 fire energies to do something? I don't actually remember. Obviously, it's not going to attack because it has no energy cards attached to it, but I'm going to have to check it out and see, because I don't remember if this is a good one or not. Well, Wildfire. You may discard any number of fire energy cards attached to Moltres when you use this attack, and if you do, discard that many cards from the top of your opponent's deck. Interesting. And then Dive Bomb. Little Coin of Tails' attack does nothing. Yeah, so that's a really shitty card. But apparently, it's amazing in this game. We will go ahead and play Abra onto the field, and then we will put a Psychic Energy onto Abra, so he's kind of ready for whatever. Now, let's just do Mud Slap for 30 damage. Why not? It can't do any damage to me. Oh, it resists me. I see. I should have checked resistance. That's why she put it in front of me. Okay. Got it. Literally just using it as a wall. Got it. Okay. Well, with that in mind, what we're going to do is we are going to use Gust of Wind, and we are going to pull out the Vulpix, the very fragile, easy to destroy Vulpix, and we're going to Mud Slap it. Death. Death to the Vulpix. I mean, it's not dead yet, but it will be next turn if she doesn't retreat it. And that'll be a good prize card at ours. Oh, she actually had Switch. Good for her. Interesting. You're going to use Flamethrower, but you have to discard a Fire Energy card in order to use that attack. So while my Diglett did go down, that's okay. She'll take a prize card, but she had to discard a Fire Energy and is tied in prize cards to us at the moment. Which, again, isn't ideal, but here we are. Energy removal is a good one to have, so let's go ahead and get rid of an energy on Arcanine, so it can't do jack diddly shit. Flamethrower does 50, and then Takedown, or Arcanine does 30 damage. Oh, yeah, okay. So it literally can't touch us right now, which is exactly what I want to see. So we are going to lick, 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 lick. See if we can get a para. It really doesn't matter if we do or not, because it can't attack us with the amount of energy cards it has anyway. I'm pretty sure she only has fire energies in her deck, which is good for her, because it keeps it all in the same plane of existence. But the fact that she has so many fire energies in her hand is a little irritating. Bill is great for us. If I could get some more useful cards in my hand, that'd be great. Pokedex and a fighting energy, okay? Go ahead and put the fighting energy onto Diglett here. And then let's go ahead and use Pokedex. See what we're working with for the next 5 cards. We have Pokemon Trader, which we could use to evolve Ghastly into Haunter, which would be great. We have Energy Retrieval, Item Finder, and Alakazam. Okay, so definitely we're going to want... because he had 2 fighting energies, and we had other energies that we lost before, so Energy Retrieval will actually be pretty fucking good. Same with Item Finder, and then Pokemon Trader, and then the other ones don't matter because they'll get shuffled around. So that's what we're going to do for our hand. And we're going to lick. If I go down, I go down. It is what it is. Now, you know what it can't touch is Mr. Mime. So, what I could do is just put Mr. Mime out when Ghastly goes down. Assuming the Ghastly will go down. Fire Giver. When you put Moltres into play during your turn, put from 1 to 4 chosen at random fire energy cards from your deck into your hand. Okay. That's actually a pretty good Moltres for a fire deck. So it's been given 3 fire energy cards to her hand. Wow. That's pretty fucking good. Okay, so she's going to put one on Arcanine. And then she's going to discard one, so use Flamethrower to knock me out. That's fine. Totally okay with me. We have another Ghastly in our hand that we'll be able to replace this one with, so not a big deal. And then I can put up Mr. Mime, and it won't be able to do jack shit to me, which is fantastic. What we're going to have now is energy retrieval, which is great. So let's go ahead and play Ghastly. And then we're going to use energy retrieval, and we will discard switch because I really don't need it. And we are going to grab one more psychic energy, and we're going to grab a fighting energy as well. So let's go ahead and put the other psychic energy on Mr. Mime so we can actually do some damage to this guy while we're out here. That way it's not just a stall wall and doing absolutely nothing. Perfect. 30 damage. Excellent. Okay. That's fine. If she's just going to attach energy cards to her bench, that works out actually pretty freaking well for us. So, we're going to attach this to Diglett. So Diglett is now ready to rumble. And we'll be able to knock out Arcanine now. Excellent. Took 60 damage and is dead! Which is exactly what we love to see. Ooh, I got a Dugtrio. Nice, nice. Now, this Moltres, I think, can attack us with just one fire energy. Or not. I'll have to check its moves, because I'm not 100% sure what it's able to do here. Dive Bomb! 70 when you put... I already read that one. Flip a coin. Tails attack does nothing. Never mind. Moltres is still shitty. Its Fire Giver power is great, but it's actually... using it as an actual attacking mon is just dog shit. So, Pokemon Trader. Let's go ahead and use that. We're going to swap out Dugtrio, and let's go ahead and grab... what's another one that we have? We have Alakazam in here. We do have Gengar. We have Haunter, which is good. We do have a Kadabra as well. Let's go ahead and do Kadabra, because I already have an Abra on my bench that has an energy attached to it and is more useful to us than a Ghastly. So, we will hang on to that, and for now, we will just do 10 damage with Meditate. I literally can't do any damage to my Mr. Mime. I wall it completely with a Mr. Mime. Invisible Wall, Pokepower for the win! Finish the turn without attacking. Even if you get a third one onto your Moltres, you ain't gonna be able to touch me, bitch. Alright, and then we'll put this one onto Diglett, so that when I do get my hands on another Dugtrio, I'm able to evolve it and immediately use Slash. Okay. We're doing a decent amount. Finish the turn without attacking. Woohoo! What, you waiting for you to draw a gust of wind so you can actually do something to me? Alright, we're gonna do 40 damage here, and then next turn we knock it out. Excellent. And next turn it's dead. Because it's gonna take 80 damage. Okay, fire energy on Vulpix. Literally can't do anything to me. Mr. Mime is a god! Okay, we have energy retrieval. Not bad. We can use that on Mr. Mime, or I could use Item Finder to get more... Actually, we're going to do that. We're going to use Item Finder. We're going to get rid of these two bitches, and we're going to grab ourselves a good old Professor Oak from the deck, so we can get 7 more amazing cards. And then we are not going to thin our deck out for the rest of the game. There's no need to. We have everything we need right here. So, we're going to go ahead and evolve Ghastly into Haunter. That way we can have transparency in play for any shenanigans we might need. We will do energy search though, so that I can grab another psychic energy because I desperately need that. And we will play that onto Kadabra because I need to put more onto the Kadabra here. We will do one bill because I want to see if I can grab, okay, an energy removal and a fighting energy. Perfect. So let's do energy removal and get rid of it on Vulpix. 100%. Then we have Item Finder, which is great. We also have Gust of Wind, which is really good too. Let's go ahead and do Item Finder. I could get rid of... Actually, we'll hang on to this for now. I do want to evolve into Alakazam, though, so I just have that power ready to rumble. Item Finder, I could do Gust of Wind in the Fighting Energy, but we'll hang on to that for now. I'm going to kill this Moltres. Take my third prize card. And we'll see what we draw on the next turn. Oh, we did get another energy search, which is pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Okay, finish the turn without attacking. It's almost like you need 2 fire energies to be able to even do anything. So let's go ahead and use Energy Search, grab ourselves another Psychic Energy from the deck, and we are going to put that onto Alakazam so we can actually do shit. And then we are going to... I could switch out, but I'm going to just attack it here for now. Do a little bit of chip damage to it. Because it is a 3-hit KO, which we don't have the luxury of time on our hand. We only have so long before we deck out. Okay, it was able to do 10 damage to me. Good to know. But what I can do is I can put a Fighting Energy on to... actually, I'll hang on to that for now. Gust of Wind would kind of work, because she does have that Moltres that's doing nothing. We could kill that Vulpix right there, which I think is what we're going to do. So if I have Mr. Mime out here, I might as well take advantage of the fact that we have Mr. Mime and use it to eliminate this shittier Vulpix that she has on her side. Alright, get out of here, Vulpix. Death. Death to the Vulpix. To the cute, adorable little fox bean. So cute. Alright, we got a Ghastly. Very nice. Okay, we have 7 cards left in our deck. Good to know. Okay, go ahead and use Confuse Ray. That's fine. Okay, it doesn't matter if we're confused because I don't plan on attacking with this Pokemon. I plan on switching to my other Pokemon instead. Build, perfect. So what we're gonna do is I will retreat. I have no need for Mr. Mime to be the attacker right now. So we're going to switch into... I'll be unable to retreat. Ooh. Shit. Unable to retreat. Okay. Well, that means I still have a way around it, so we're fine. What we're gonna do is we're going to use Item Finder. We're going to get rid of this Abra, because we don't need it, and we're going to get rid of this Ghastly, because we also don't need it. And we are going to grab ourselves a Switch! There we go. And now, we're going to switch out. So, we can now switch out into Mr. Mime. Or, switch Mr. Mime out for Alakazam. Okay, as far as this goes, we will put this back onto Mr. Mime so it can still do what it needs to do. And we're going to confuse the fuck out of this Vulpix. Boom! Excellent. Now, if it even tries to attack us next turn, it could possibly kill itself with confusion damage, which is exactly what we want for our RNG. Pokemon Trader, huh? So it's going to get Ninetales. Oh! Instead of evolving and saving your Vulpix by getting rid of its status condition, you wanted Fire Giver instead. Okay, I understand that's the gimmick of your deck, but is that really the best move for you here? It's just, you need more fire energies in your hand? You need 4 of them in your hand? For what? For what exactly? Your Pokemon are going to die. Infusion check? Let's see. She's trying to retreat. Eat shit and die. Excellent. Okay, should put that onto Moltres. Love that. Confusion check. Oh yeah. And does 20 damage to itself. Knocked out, dead, donezo. Bye! Love that for us. Excellent. We'll grab an Abro that we don't need. We'll be able to take her out with Alakazam. Easy. And we drew Switch. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and attack this Moltres. It can't do anything until it has 3 energy cards attached to it, and it's not going to survive for 3 turns. Plus, we did Confusion to it anyway, which is fantastic, so it's going to make it hard for her to retreat if she's going to try and save it to prevent us from getting her last prize card. We won't let her do anything. Alakazam has this in the bag. Cool, we got a Gengar, that's nice. Go ahead and evolve Haunter into Gengar, so we can at least use its power for stuff, because why not? Let's use Curse. 3, 3, 3, and 3. Oh, okay, so that one actually... actually, this one is going to require a little bit of finesse, so we aren't going to use Curse on this one. I thought this Moltres had less health than it really does. It's actually going to be a 3-hit KO versus a 2-hit KO. Like I thought it was going to be. 100 health is decent. 100 health is decent. That's very high HP for this generation of Pokemon TCG. I'm sure in the most recent one in 2024, they're probably up to fucking 400 or 500 HP Pokemon now, but god damn it, at the time it was good. Okay, let's go ahead and Confuse Ray again. Same thing. I don't need it to have a Confusion Hex because it's already confused. Excellent. We win next turn. Vulpix on the bench. Fire Energy to Moltres. Confusion check. It's gonna try and retreat. Failed to retreat. She loses the game. Finished without attacking. She was gonna try and retreat and have us deck out instead. Like I was gonna let that fucking happen. Absolutely not. Oh my god. Alright. Confuse Ray. Death. Death to death to death. To death to death to death. Excellent. Moltres is out of here. We love to see it. Now we need to take on the Zapdos deck man. And then we need to take on the Articuno deck man. And then whoever the fuck the champion guy is, I think he just does Dragonite shenanigans. And then we take on Ronald McDonald himself, the champion. I, Thunder Steve, am your next opponent. Hey, do you want the legendary Pokemon cards? Then you must defeat me first. Is your deck ready, Elle? Prepare for the duel? No! I'm ready to go literally right now. Alright, let's do it. Hey, Thunder Steve! He looks hip and cool with his cap and his thumbs up. Okay, here we go. I'll kick your ass just as hard as I did Courtney's. There are no basic Pokemon in my hand. Totally fine with that. Reroll. Give me another hand that does have at least one basic Pokemon and a bunch of amazing support cards that I can use to get exactly what I need from it. And that's fine again. Give me... third time's the charm. Watch me also still not get one on the third shuffle. No, we did though. Okay, so we have Diglett, Mr. Mime, and the other one. Mr. Mime would suck early game. Mr. Mime is great late game with Pokemon you know they're not going to be able to hit you with. So we are going to put it down for now just so I can guarantee I have something on my bench should anything go south and we don't get to go first. Just to guarantee I don't die turn 1. And we do get Big Gay Pikachu's blessing, so we do get to go first, which is nice. We're going to attach a fighting energy to our Diglett here. Diglett's going to be great because this entire deck, I think, is going to be weak to Diglett. Yep. So Diglett's going to be the MVP of our Psycho Diglett deck. Bill! He actually gets Bill early game. Good for him. Okay. Zapdos, Peal of Thunder. When you put Zapdos into play during your turn, do 30 damage to a Pokemon other than Zapdos chosen at random. Jesus Christ. Well, it's a good damn thing that I had Mr. Mime on the bench because literally Peal of Thunder killed Diglett in one shot. So here we are. Alright. Love that for me. Well, what we need is another basic Pokemon now. Ideally another Diglett. Energy retrieval. Okay, not really what I'm looking for right now, but it's what we got. So let's attach this to Mr. Mime for now. I don't really need to use energy retrieval at the moment, and we can't do anything, so we're just gonna be done. Well, Peal of Thunder puts us in a really bad spot. Much worse than I was thinking. It does suck that Diglett only has 30 HP, but my god. Alright, so he's gonna do 20 damage to us with the Power Plus. So we're surviving on 1 HP. Energy removal. Okay. Is there any Pokemon he has that has an energy card? Eevee. Okay. We're going to get rid of Eevee's energy. We will be able to kill it this turn, which is good. So let's attach this fighting energy to Mr. Mime. And then we'll use Meditate, knock it out. Take a prize card. Hopefully survive one more turn. I got Pokemon Trader. Not the worst thing in the world, because I can use it on Kadabra if I survive. Oh shit, he drew a Bill. That means he has a higher chance of drawing an energy card and killing me. Okay, he has that Zapdos, which doesn't have a Poke Power. Tail Wag? Oh, flip a coin. If heads, the defending Pokemon can't attack Eevee. Okay. Doesn't do any damage, which is totally fine. I don't care that I can't do any damage to you, Eevee. You can wink and seduce me all you want. Very cute animation. Excellent. Okay, not only did we draw a Ghastly, but we can use Pokemon Trader to swap out this Kadabra for another Diglett, which is exactly what I need. So, amazing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're going to play Diglett right now, and then we're going to play another energy onto Diglett as well. Love that for us. And then we will... Well, I can't do any damage to Eevee, so we'll be done. That's all I can do for now. It winked at me. Obviously, by the rules of the game, if an Eevee winks at you, you can't do anything to it. So here we are. Alright. Quick attack. Doesn't matter. If it does... Oh, actually, if it gets heads, it doesn't do any damage to me. Excellent! He was actually hoping for tails. Love it. So I was able to survive an extra turn. Oh, we finally get our own bill. Ooh, how the turns have tabled. Excellent. We actually get some psychic energies too, which is great because I can start putting that onto Ghastly and beefing it up for Gengar. Now, we could item finder and get rid of the energy retrieval and psychic energy, but I'm going to hang on to it for now because I don't need to. And we will attack with Meditate. Since it didn't do any damage to me, I might as well do a little bit of chip damage onto this Eevee. Oh, that's right. It resists me by 30, so it doesn't matter. That's okay. I'm effectively a wall against it at the moment, which I'm okay with. If we get tails, we die. It is what it is. I don't want to waste energy cards retreating it, but it worked out in our favor. We're not going to take any damage because it got heads, so we're still surviving by the skin of our teeth. Excellent. We actually got a switch, which is great. So we are going to put another one onto Ghastly here, and then we are going to switch to Diglett. And we are going to use Dig and get 20 damage off. Now, I know it's a little risky because if quick attack happens and he gets heads again, Diglett's automatically dead. But that's okay. Oh, looks like they retreated. Okay, so they wanted to just have Zapdos out here. Probably because Zapdos resists my Diglett, I am assuming, being a special flying type. Let's make sure. Yep, it resists me. Okay, that's fine. Weak to me. Weak to me. Resists me. Interesting. Okay. Well, with that in mind, we're just gonna freely retreat Diglett back out with, Mr. Mime can do a little bit of damage. Ghastly can do a little bit. You know what? We're gonna put Mr. Mime out. We do have another energy retrieval, which we really don't need at the moment. I could item finder energy retrieval, but it's fine. I will wait a little bit so our odds of getting a card that's going to be beneficial goes higher the more cards we draw. I don't need it at this moment in time. So we will save it. It can't touch us. It can't attack us. Electabuzz can, though. Electabuzz can definitely take us out. Unfortunate for us that he had a switch card. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Not a biggie. He'll go ahead and take a prize card. My Mr. Mime will go away. However, he now is very vulnerable to our Diglett. So, we're going to put Diglett back out. Easy peasy. This actually turns out pretty well for us because we drew a bill, which is great. Then our deck out a little more. We did get a fighting energy, and we got another bill. Of course we're going to play another bill. See what other things we can get into our little hands here. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and play Abra. And then we are going to put another fighting energy onto our Diggy Wiggy. And, you know what? We're going to item finder the energy retrievals. I really don't care about the energy retrievals. I would much rather have another bill in my hand. That way we can thin our deck out a little bit more. See if we can't get something more useful. Okay, an Alakazam and a Pokedex. I will live with that. What do we have going on here? We have a Dugtrio. Not bad. We have an energy removal. I'm gonna get the energy removals. These are gonna be really critical. Psychic, then Dugtrio, then Energy Search. Okay. Yep, that's exactly what we need. For now, we're going to Mud Slap and do 60 damage, almost knock Electabuzz out. If he wants to retreat Electabuzz, he's gonna have to put another energy on and then swap him out. He's actually putting it onto Zapdos. Okay. And paralysis check. Unfortunate. Okay, well, we won't be able to kill him next turn. Oh! I didn't receive any damage due to my resistance to it, though. Excellent. We love to see it. Okay. I still can't attack it, which it is what it is, but what I can do is prevent the Zapdos from doing anything fun, like, at all. Okay, I can't attack due to paralysis, but we were able to remove that energy card and waste his time, which is great. I am all about wasting Steve's time. Okay, he's gonna Thundershock, try and build a wall with us as long as he can. Unfortunately, he was able to net himself another turn of potentially drawing a useful card for himself, which sucks for us, but it is what it is. We will continue to remove the energy cards he's so tenderly chosen for his Zapdos. And, unfortunately, have to end our turn there because Diglett can't do shit when it's paralyzed. I don't know how you paralyze a ground type without doing any damage to it, but here we are. Thundershock again. RNGesus has to look not fondly upon you at some point, my guy, and today is that day! Big Gay Pikachu said, fuck you, Electabuzz. I am, in fact, going to go on to Lekka's side for now. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. When Big Gay Pikachu is with me, it's a good day. I don't want to put it into Ghastly yet because we don't even know if Gengar is in our prize cards or in our deck at this moment in time. We do know, however, that Alakazam is something that we can utilize, so we're gonna do that. Let's go ahead and Mud Slap this hoe to hell and back. Get ourselves another prize card. And we got another energy removal. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I love to see it. Okay, he can't do anything to me. He has another Zapdos on the bench. I didn't realize there were 3 different kinds of Zapdoses in the original TCG. Interesting. There were only 2 kinds of Moltres, and I think only 2 kinds of Articuno. So it's a little weird that Zapdos gets special treatment, but here we are. Let's go ahead and get rid of the energy card on... Zapdos. Because I will be switching out since it resists me anyway. However, I do want to see this other Zapdos here. Thunderstorm. For each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads attack, does 20 damage to that Pokemon. Woo! And then Zapdos does 10 damage to itself. Interesting. Okay, a little risky. Big Thunder. Choose a Pokemon other than Zapdos at random attack does 70 damage to that Pokemon. Oof. Okay, and then Jolteon just doing its own thing. Okay, excellent. Well, let's go ahead and see what we got here. We do have Dugtrio, which I can't do anything with. Let's retreat. Kind of what we have to do for now. And we will put out Ghastly. What I can do here is I can use Item Finder and get rid of Alakazam and Dugtrio and grab ourselves a Bill. But we don't need to at this moment because the Zapdos can't touch us. So we are just going to Lick and get a little bit of chip damage off. Once it gets another energy card attached to Zapdos, I'll start to worry and then probably make some plays to get some more cards from our deck. And now is the time to start worrying. Okay, because I think this Zapdos that's in play right now only needs 3. Oh no, it needs 4. Coin to tail. Zapdos does 30 damage to itself. Discard all energy cards attached to Zapdos. Either way, not good for us. Okay, let's energy search. We're gonna grab a fighting energy. If there's any more left in the deck, and there is, thank God. Okay, reason for that is we are going to have Diglett turn into a Dugtrio, because that's actually going to be really helpful for us going forward. For now, though, we are going to Lick. Since it requires 4 energy cards, we have a little bit more time to do shenanigans, and then we'll be okay. So, we're going to paralyze it. Decent. Just going to put another energy onto it. Okay. Not what I was really wanting to see, but here we are. Cured of paralysis, huh? We do get Professor Oak, which is great. I will absolutely use Professor Oak. I 100% need better cards in my hand than what we have at the moment. Okay, we do have Abra, we have Haunter, which is great. We could actually potentially not have a single lick of damage done to us, which is fantastic. We have another Mr. Mime, which is, again, great. We have Gust of Wind, and we have Energy Surge, which is also really good. So let's grab another Psychic Energy card. We've already played one. Oh, no, we haven't. Excellent. I'm going to put one onto Abra, just because. And for now, we will leave this as is, and we will attack with Nightmare, put it to sleep. Hopefully it doesn't wake up. If it does, we still might be able to live with transparency, and if it doesn't, that's okay. I didn't put any extra energy cards into Haunter on purpose, just in case I do die this turn to Zapdos, so that I can put another Pokemon out instead. Finish the turn without attacking. Okay, so he did not have a energy card that he needed. Great for us. We're gonna put another one onto Aber here, so it is ready for Kadabra whenever we actually get that into our little possession. And we're going to use Nightmare again. Hopefully he stays asleep this time, so if he does manage to grab himself... Damn it. Another energy card. He can't kill us, potentially. That sucks. But he didn't get another energy card, which is what I like to see. I don't know what he's drawing, but it's not what he needs, so I'm here for it. Okay, I mean, we're not having the best luck with what we're drawing either, which is why I had to use Professor Oak, because our hand was dog shit. But here we are. Eventually, I will kill the Zapdos and all of the energy and resources he's put onto this thing. But if he keeps waking up turn 1 from my sleep, then I'm basically just doing minimal chip damage to it, aren't I? Okay. If Tails does 30 damage to yourself. Okay, he does 30 damage to himself. Transparency check. Let's get a heads. You don't touch me, and you do 30 damage to yourself, bitch. Sit the fuck down. Excellent. Zapdos took 30 damage, and now it's dead next turn. This is why transparency is so good. Okay, you know what? Now that we do have our other Haunter in hand, we are going to play Ghastly, just so next turn I can evolve it into that, because having another transparency user is great, especially with the random chance damage bullshit that Zapdos is known for. If it does manage to hurt one of my Pokemon and it happens to do Ghastly or Haunter, I may not end up doing any damage to it, which is great. Okay, finish the turn without attacking. He is not getting any energy cards. I hope they are all at the very, 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 very bottom of his deck. Now, let's go ahead and evolve into Gengar. Excellent. And of course, we are going to evolve our other Ghastly into Haunter for transparency. And then, let's see here. You know what? We'll do Dark Mind. Why not? Okay, and we will do another one onto... Yeah, we'll do it onto Zapdos. It already has a little bit of damage onto it, so I might as well get some more. And then I'll use Curse next turn to move another one from Jolteon onto Zapdos, so I can get even more damage onto it, since it'll be KO with 30 damage anyway. Excellent. We drew another one of these, which is great. I can put this onto Mr. Mime here. And then we will use our Pokemon power. We'll use Curse. And we will move this to Zapdos, and then we will attack and do more damage to Zapdos as well. Boom! If Voltorb wants to come out, that's fine. He can. He's not going to be able to really do anything to me. But he can come out if he really wants to. Or one of his Zapdoses. Doesn't matter. Okay, he did send up Voltorb, because he needs Voltorb to be a wall even for just a little bit of time to get some energies onto his other Pokemon. Interesting. So he's going to do 20 damage to me with his Voltorb. You know, that's really not going to work out in your favor, my guy, but sure. You can't even paralyze me with your Voltorb. I don't know why you think that that's a good idea, but here we are. Alright, let's go ahead and attack you. And then do some damage to Zapdos. We'll use Curse next turn, move another damage counter off of Voltorb and onto that Zapdos, and just keep chipping away at it. There's no need to use Bill. We're at a point that thinning our deck would only be a detriment to us rather than a benefit. And we got a Kadabra. Nice. Let's go ahead and evolve. Okay, let's Pokemon Power. Oh, I did want to use Curse. Thank you. And then we are going to move that onto Zappy Wappy. Dark Mind. Kill this Voltorb. And we will do damage onto... Let's see. This would be a 3-hit KO. So he's not going to put the other Zapdos up, but he's going to put up his Electabuzz. So I am going to do the damage to the Electabuzz so I can guarantee a 2-hit KO. Okay, got it. He's actually putting up his healthy Zapdos, which is fine. Because what I can do is just put up his shitty Zapdos and go from there. Oh, actually, I know exactly what we can do. He just screwed himself by playing down that very vulnerable Voltorb onto his bench. we only need one more card, right? We only need one more prize card. So what we're gonna do is we are going to Gust of Wind. We are going to pull out his shitty Voltorb. And then we are going to switch our Pokemon for Kadabra. And then we're going to Super Psy and knock it out in one hit. Death, 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 death. Done. Love it. Got it. Boom. We took all the prizes and we won. Excellent. You're the winner. You're the greatest. With that skill, I feel we can give you the legendary Pokemon cards. Very good, Elle. Your next opponent is Jack. Oh, like Jack Frost. I, Jack, am your third opponent. You shall not be able to defeat my splendid deck. Come, I shall prove it to you. I have readied my deck. It has beaten your other two bitches. It will beat you just the same, my guy. Let's do it. Ooh, Jack with some icicles in the background. I do really like the art that they have done for these Elite Four people. I think it looks really good. Now, we actually don't have to reshuffle our hand, interestingly enough. We have a Dugtrio, a Diglett, a Bill, an Energy Search. Okay. Well, that's a good thing we have an Energy Search. I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to put down another Diglett just because we need another basic Pokemon to prevent us from dying turn 1 in case we don't get to go first. I'm okay with this. Let's see here. Excellent. I do get to go first, though. That's nice. Energy Retrieval. Okay, and he has a Lapras out. Not bad. Let's go ahead and search our deck for a ground energy. And there it is. Okay, perfect. Give me that fighting energy, and then we're going to put it onto our Diglett, as is tradition. And we will use Bill. Now, the fact that he has a Lapras out is a little sad, but our weakness is to grass, if I remember correctly. Yeah, not to water. So, we're actually doing okay here. We have a Kadabra and an Alakazam. If we could get Abra, we would be sitting darn pretty. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to dig, slap some damage onto Lapras turn 1. Easy, done, move. Okay, your turn, my guy. A Ditto, huh? Interesting. Ditto's a pretty bad Pokemon in the TCG, especially Gen 1. Maybe later Dittos are better, but in this generation, with these cards, they're absolutely awful. Okay, let's go ahead and put... it's weird that we have two Dugtrios. We'll put another one onto... It's another one we're knocked out. We gotta put one onto our backup Diglett. We really do. Just because. And for now, we'll just attack and use Dig, because if he gets another water energy and puts it on his Lapras, we're dead. It'll do... His water gun will do 20 damage. So there's no point in, wasting any more resources on this soon-to-be-dead Diglett. Okay, 20 damage onto Diglett here. It would be great if I could get a Ghastly. Or something useful. Ghastly it is. Excellent. Love that for us. Now, what we are going to do is energy retrieval. Actually, we only have one energy in the graveyard right now, so what we're going to do instead is we're just going to attach this onto Ghastly for this moment in time, and then we are going to attack. We're going to use Dig. We'll see what we draw next turn, and then I can make a decision from there. Because if he gets another water energy, we're going to die no matter what anyway. Yep, because it's going to be 30 damage. That's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't want to waste my energy retrieval grabbing the other fighting energy from the graveyard just for us to die in one hit anyway. So it is what it is. Okay. Lapras, luckily, it can't do more than what it's already done to us. Its max amount of damage is 30. So, we actually got a Diglett, and more importantly, we got an Abra, which is exactly what we need. So, I do not need any of the ground energies that are in the thing right now, but we also don't need two Dugtrios. So, especially since two of our Digletts are already dead. So, we might as well use this turn to beef up this Diglett just a little bit. So, with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and attack and hope for paralysis so that it can't do anything to us. And we do get the blessing of Big Gay Pikachu, which we love to see. hopefully it will be enough of a delay and a stall that I can get some more resources that will be beneficial to me. Okay, Lapras's Curative Paralysis. We're still gonna win. We're just not in the best position at this moment in time. So, what do I need? I need to evolve Abra into Kadabra, so I can guarantee that I can take some hits. And then we're going to put energy into Kadabra, so it can actually start to do something. Then we're going to lick and hope for para. Excellent. And we're just gonna go from there. If worst case scenario, I don't get another energy or a trainer card that's useful to me, then I will simply put the brown energy that we have in our hand onto Diglett, and then we'll be able to use Mud Slap, which is really nice. We can just swap it out and go from there. We got another fighting energy, interestingly enough. Okay. That's fine with me. We're going to go ahead and evolve it into Dugtrio, so we can take some more damage. I'm pretty sure Dugtrio is also, yeah, weak to grass, so we're okay here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and attack again with another lick, see if we can get a cheeky 3 para in a row. Okay, well, I mean, it had to happen at some point, so that's fine with me. We will take 30 damage here from this Lapras, which is okay. Because that's fine. We will survive the onslaught, and I can still swap out my Ghastly without allowing him to take a prize card. Excellent. We got another Psychic Energy, which is great. But for now, we're going to put another Fighting Energy onto Dugtrio, because I can retreat for free to put Dugtrio out, and then we can always beef up Kadabra in the background while we wait. So, we are going to attack with a Slash and a Kabam and a Kaboom and a Bobber. Bye-bye. Death to the Lapras. Death and Dixper. Okay, excellent, and we got a build. That is great to see, because that's going to allow us to thin our deck out a little more and get resources that we actually need. Okay, he evolved it into Dugong. Can't do anything interesting. I'm not sure why he would give that to Articuno rather than to Dugong, but here we are. Okay, we're going to give this to Kadabra, and then we're going to use Bill. Thin our deck a little bit. What did we draw? An Energy Search and another Abra. Okay. Let's go ahead and use Energy Search, grab ourselves another Psychic Energy, so we are guaranteed to have everything we need for Kadabra to be able to do 50 damage at will, which is great. And we will actually evolve it into Alakazam. That way I can use Damage Swap anytime I need to help out my Dugtrio. So, we're gonna go from there. What does this Dugong know? Aurora Beam is 50, just 50 damage straight up. That's actually pretty terrifying. Double Coin of Heads, 50 Pokemon's now paralyzed. You know what? We are going to not deal with your Dugong, because that's actually scary. And instead, we're going to switch out your Ditto. Because I can guarantee a kill on this, because it's going to be weak to my Dugtrio. So, bye! Death to the Ditto. And a prize card for us. Ooh, we got Haunter. Nice. I'll take that. Okay, he put up his Articuno. He did put another energy onto Dugong. It would be great to get some energy removal so I can take that away, because Dugong being able to do 50 damage is kind of terrifying. Now, we do have Computer Search, which is great. So, Alakazam is ready to go with shenanigans. We will evolve into Haunter, simply because Transparency is fantastic. Now, I can get rid of Abra for Computer Search, but what would I Computer Search for? What would be the most beneficial thing for us right now? Probably Professor Oak. Not enough cards in the hand. Oh, it's 2 that I have to get rid of. I see. And I'm pretty sure this one also resists me. It does. Okay, so we will be doing 10 damage to it at this moment in time, which is okay. So, for now, we'll just go ahead and do 10 damage. Not bad. Does something. I'm okay with that. And we'll see what we draw next turn. And ideally, if it's something fodderable, it is fodderable. Excellent. Okay. Then we can get Professor Oak. So, we have Psychic Energy here. Where is Professor Oak? There he is. Very last card in the deck. Love it. Okay, let's go ahead and play him. Grab 7 amazing cards. And then we really, unless we get like maybe 1 or 2 bills, I might use to thin our deck out a little bit, but really not bad. I would like another Psychic Energy. That would be great. Excellent. We're gonna go ahead and put this one onto Haunter. Might as well, because we have it. We'll play another Ghastly, and we will play a Mr. Mime. Wonderful. We'll also use energy removal and get rid of the Dugong's bullshit, because I do not want that Dugong to be able to do any damage to us. Gust of Wind. You know, actually, we are gonna do Gust of Wind, because I would rather be able to do damage to Lapras than be doing barely any chip damage to that motherfucking Articuno at this moment in time. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Boom! 40 damage, and then next turn I'll be able to knock it out. Half of its damage has already been, half of its health has already been taken. Oh, and Chansey's on the bench now as well. Excellent, because Chansey is weak to Dugtrio. That works out in our favor. Ooh, and we have another one there. We will put that onto Haunter, and we will evolve Haunter into Gengar. Because I absolutely want to use Purse. Let's go ahead and... we're gonna put this onto Dugong, because Dugong is the biggest threat right now. Okay, we'll go ahead and slash. Get rid of this thing. Excellent. Take another prize card. Fighting energy. Okay. Good to know. Puts Articuno back up. Makes sense. It does resist me. We got another fighting energy. And we do have Item Finder, which is not bad, because I could use it to get Bill. Or energy removal, actually, rather than Bill. I have 17 cards left in my deck. You know, for now, I'm going to just do 10 damage. That's fine. It is what it is. Do just a little bit of baby damage onto little Articuno here. Just for one turn. See what we draw, and then I'll make a decision depending on what we're able to draw. Okay, put another Articuno. Quick freeze. When you put Articuno into play during setup with coin of heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. Ooh. Well, let's see if I'm paralyzed. I'm not. Go fuck yourself, Articuno. Okay, flip the coins of heads, the defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. Okay, so it's really trying to paralyze me. This one actually works, though. Interesting. Now, I don't know if I've used Switch in my graveyard. I don't think I have it in here. I just have bills. So, what we can do is go to our hand. We're going to use Item Finder. We're going to get rid of 2 of these fighting energies. We will grab ourselves a bill. And then we will use Bill. And the reason I'm using Bill and not Professor Oak is we only have 15 cards left in our deck. And I don't want to have that get fucked up. So, what we're going to do is we will use Pokedex here. And what do we have? We do have Switch coming up next, which is nice. Let's see. We also have Energy Retrieval, Item Finder, and Kadabra. I would much rather have... Item Finder. Actually, no. Switch. Another Psychic Energy. Item Finder, Energy Retrieval, and then Kadabra is what we're going to do. Now, as far as our hand goes, we are going to use Scoop Up, because I want to put a Pokemon out that can actually do damage to this bitch, which is going to be Alakazam. So we're going to go ahead and play Diglett as well, and then we're going to put a Fighting Energy onto Mr. Mime, actually, rather than Diglett, because I would much rather use that. So we are going to use Confuse Ray. Bam! And it's successful, which is great. That gives us even better RNG. Love that. Okay. Confusion check. Oh, it's trying to retreat. Unfortunately, he was able to do so. Okay, so he scooped up his Articuno to do, or he traded Scoop Up? I'm a little confused as to what happened there, but here we are. Let's go ahead and use Pokemon Power, shall we? Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll take it off of Dugong and we'll put it onto Chansey because, you know, it's a little bit stally, but that's fine. Diglett can still take out Chansey. I just need another, ground energy, which I can get. We can do that with energy retrieval, which we will eventually draw from our deck, so I'm not too worried about it. We are going to place this onto Mr. Mime, so that Mr. Mime is set and ready to go. Let's go ahead and use Curse again, so that we can take some damage from Articuno and put it onto Chansey. There we go. And then we are going to attack. Confuse Right, same thing. Hopefully we get ahead so we can confuse this bitch. Unfortunately, RNG is not on our side on this one, and that's okay. It doesn't have any energy cards attached to it, so Chansey's just a giant wall at this point. Okay, put that onto his other Articuno, and then didn't attack us. Nice. We did get our item finder, though, which is great. So, we're going to do the same thing. So go ahead, and we got the heads! Excellent. That's fine. You don't have to receive damage. You can just sit there and be confused. Be a giant confused egg. Okay. He took 2 water energies. He's gonna put those onto Articuno, which of course he is. Alright. We have our own energy retrieval now, which is fantastic. But I would much rather use Item Finder, TBH. So we are going to use energy retrieval and switch, and we are going to... Gust of Wind would actually be pretty good for us. I would really like Gust of Wind. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use Gust of Wind, so I can actually do damage to a Pokemon. We're going to bring out Articuno. I'm going to go to my Pokemon Power. We're going to use Curse from Chansey, and we're going to move it onto Articuno. And now, when I use Confuse Right, it's going to knock it out. And all of those energy cards he painstakingly brought back from the grave to put onto Articuno is going to mean jack diddly shit, because he's knocked out. Excellent. And we got an energy removal to take off the energy cards on his other Articuno that he has on the bench, too. Excellent. Nice. Okay. Finish the turn with that attacking, as is tradition. Okay, we do have a Kadabra, which we don't have anything to do, which is fine. We are going to use energy removal to get rid of this Dugong's ability to hurt me. And for now, what do we have for Curse? I could hurt the Seal, actually, which I think is what we're going to do. We're going to do that, and then I am going to retreat. I'm going to get rid of all 3 of Alakazam's energies, which is fine, because I am going to... We're going to move out Gengar instead, because, yes, I know that Gengar isn't going to be able to do any damage to Chansey, but that's okay. We don't need to do damage to Chansey. What we need to do is damage to the benched Pokemon. That's what we need to do damage to. So, that's what we're going to do. Because Seal will go down, even if Chansey stays as the wall of an active Pokemon. We gotta be quick about this, though, because we only have 9 cards left in our deck. We are not going to use Bill. That would be counterintuitive. And we're gonna continue to attack Seal directly by hitting it on the bench. In 3 more turns, it will go down. I do not know if I have any other energy cards left in my deck. I guess we'll find out. We do have Switch, which is nice. You know what? Fuck it. I am going to use Bell, because I do need to see if we have more energy cards. We have an energy removal and a Ghastly. Okay. Energy removal, fine with me. We'll be able to do that. It's actually pretty helpful. We will put it on Lapras. Get rid of that for now. And then we will attack. I know that using the Bill there was kind of risky, but desperate times call for desperate measures. And I really would like to not deck out against this bitch, just because he was able to stall me out of my deck. Alright. We do have Pokemon Trader. Interesting. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Might as well swap Ghastly for... What? What is in my deck right now? We have another Ghastly, we have an Abra, an Energy Search, a Psychic Energy, and an Energy Removal. So we basically have 2 chances for that. Okay. Good to know. Okay, we might as well play Abra, just because we have it. Okay, we're just gonna attack again. That's all we can do. we are going to do damage to Seal. The unfortunate thing is I can't switch Chansey out because I don't have a way to get Gust of Wind from my discard pile. Otherwise, I would do something to switch Chansey out. If I were to... Let's see. We have Mr. Mime, which can't do anything. Diglett, who doesn't have any energy cards and can't attack. And then Abra, who can't do anything either. So, yeah, we're unfortunately screwed here. Because... even with Seal's death, unless one of my prize cards is a Gust of Wind or a Fighting Energy, Psychic Energy. Unfortunate. I was gonna say, there's nothing I can do. Oh! Ditto. Interesting. And he switched out the Ditto. Oh, he used Pound. Why? You know, I'm not gonna be... I shouldn't question the fact that he's given me this win for literally no real reason. It kind of just is what it is, so that's fine. I'll put that on Alakazam because I have it, I guess. Yeah, okay. We're gonna Pokemon Power. We're going to, Curse. And we're going to move damage from... Oh, there's no damage on the other Pokemon. That's right, because I killed Seal. What we can do is, again, we'll use Dark Mind. I will do it to Dugong, I guess. Because I'm assuming Ditto is going to resist me. Yep. The fact that he moved his Chansey out is a little wild. A little weird. Okay, he's going to try and Quick Freeze me. Will we get the pair up? Okay. Oh, but it actually worked, interestingly enough. Okay, he's going to pound us. That's fine. Take 10 damage. Fortunately, we can't do anything with our attack. What we can do is I can switch him out. So... and I can still use this Poke Power. I can put one onto Ghastly and paralyze it, right? Which I guess is kind of what we're gonna have to do. So let's go ahead and Psychic Energy the Ghastly. And then we are going to switch specifically to Ghastly so that I can paralyze it. We are going to Pokemon Power. We are going to Curse. We're going to take the Dugong and we're going to put it on the Ditto. And we are going to use our Pokedex. I mean, there's only 2 cards left, but Energy Removal for sure, and then Energy Surge. And Lick. Unfortunately, I don't think we win. I think we deck out. That sucks. Even if I hadn't used Bill earlier in the game, it wouldn't have mattered because I still wouldn't have been able to have enough turns. It would have taken 3 turns, and Bill only gave us 2 cards or 2 more turns to do that. I was really kind of fucked over RNG-wise at the beginning of this because I had all of my Digletts at the very beginning of the game taken out, which I really needed. So that does suck. Alright, let's take it off a Ditto here, just because. Why not? We're gonna not be able to do anything, so it is what it is. Okay, we didn't even get the para. Oh well. Alright, well, we're gonna have to face Jack again. Oh! He scooped up the Articuno. Cool, I guess. Good for you. And then... why not? Oh, I can't. Alright, it is what it is. Let's see if, there are no cards left in the deck. You're fucked, my guy. Alright, we'll have to face Jack again, and our RNG will need to be better. Simply because our Diglett needs to not die, all 3 of them, at the beginning of the fucking game. That was very unfortunate, but that's okay. There's absolutely no way you could have defeated my splendid deck. I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Well, take care. Well, that's fine. We'll do it again. I will meet you guys back when I am back at Jack. Okay, we're finally back with Jack, and I drew an energy removal. Great. So, not looking great for us because, unfortunately, Ditto resists our Abra, but what we can do is use the build that we have in our hand to thin our deck out just a smidgen. See what we can't find. Okay? Energy Search will help thin our deck out a little bit. We might as well add another fighting energy. We have plenty of psychic energy, so why not? And it looks like we have an energy removal. Let's go ahead and see if we can't paralyze the Ditto. For shits and giggles, I suppose. Just because. That way, if he puts an energy card onto his Ditto, then at the very least, he won't be able to use Pound against us with our measly 30 HP. He does have another Ditto. I do like that he's placing Dittos now, because they have such low HP that if I'm able to get my Diglett out, I'll be able to kill him easy with Mudslap, which would be fantastic. Easy prize cards right there. So for now, what we're gonna do is let's put another energy onto Mr. Mime so that instead of doubling it up on Abra, who may not even survive, because who knows, if I stop getting RNGs smiling on me, just like we did here, and don't get the pair of hacks, he can do damage to me and knock me out in 3 turns, right? All we need is 3 bad turns of tails and we're dead. So, I would rather put my eggs into my Mr. Mime basket and we can go from there. Oh, paralysis for quick freeze. Okay, don't love that for me even remotely, but here we are. Got it. He was able to get the para. Not what I was looking for, but here we are. Cool. So I can't even paralyze the Ditto, so we're gonna have to take a little more damage, which isn't ideal, but here we are. Okay. We do get 2 more cards. We got Computer Search and Energy Search. Nice. Let's go ahead and Energy Search. Might as well. We're gonna go ahead and get a Fighting Energy, and then we definitely need... You know what? Let's go ahead and use Item Finder so we can get a bill. Or... I would rather... Well, first we need to put this onto Mr. Mime. But we'll wait a turn. We won't wait 1 turn. Simply because I want to see what we draw next before we do that. Because I can't attack anyway. I'm paralyzed. So rather than get rid of my energy cards and whatnot in order to do a move and get ourselves like a Diglett with Computer Search, I want to see where it goes. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Gust of Wind. So what we can do is... I really don't need Gust of Wind, so I can use Computer Search, and we can go ahead and get rid of Gust of Wind and probably the Psychic Energy, because we really don't need it right now. And get out the Diglett that we desperately need. There we go. Diglett was hiding in the middle of the deck. Now we can play that onto our field. Excellent. Let's go ahead and put this onto Diglett, start getting it ready for battle. And then we can go ahead and Psyshock this bitch. Goodbye, goodbye. Ooh, we do not get any RNG shenanigans, but that's okay. It's Abra's time to, you know, say goodbye and eat shit and die. And that's perfectly okay. It did its job of what it needed to do. We can put Diglett out. I'll be able to get another energy on it and get rid of this Ditto, so I'm not concerned whatsoever. Let's go ahead and put Diglett onto the field, who's going to be our MVP with the Psycho Diglett deck. Excellent. We can thin our deck out even more. Okay, let's do it so that we have an even higher chance of grabbing a good card. So, might as well grab another brown energy, because why the hell not? And we're going to attack. We're going to Mud Slap, knock it out in one go. Boom, shakalaka, boom. Bam. And then, hopefully, our prize card is something decent. Item Finder. Okay. Requires 2 other cards in my hands to go away from there, but here we are. Interesting. He scooped up his Articuno so that he could use its Quick Freeze ability to try and paralyze me. Not a fan of that. But it didn't work, so waste your resources, bitch. I'm okay with that. Excellent. Okay, took a little bit of damage from Headbutt, but it's only 10. Not the worst thing in the world. Ooh, and we get to evolve into Dugtrio. That couldn't have been more perfect. So, there we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, what we can do is slash this bitch to death. Well, we won't be able to kill. It'll be a 2-hit KO, but that's okay. We can live with a 2-hit KO. Because, yep, he's gonna retreat so that we can't get the 2-hit KO, and Articuno resists us since it's flying type. So, we do have that, which is okay. Pokedex, let's go ahead and see what we have coming up here. Worst case scenario, if it's nothing good, I can just grab something I don't mind foddering off. We do have Professor Oak coming up. So what we could do is, I really don't need Ghastly right now. So we can do Ghastly as a fodder Pokemon to use Item Finder and get Bill, and then use Bill to grab Diglett and Pokemon Trader, and then we'll do Professor Oak and switch. There we go. That looks like a good combination of shenanigans to me. So let's do that right now. We're going to use Item Finder to get rid of the other Item Finder, and that we're going to grab Bill from our discard pile. Let's go ahead and grab our other 2 shenanigans here. We got Ghastly and Diglett. And if I check my play area, I do have Mr. Mime in there right now, so we're just going to hang on to these 2 for now. And we are just going to do 10 damage to this Articuno, because a little bit of damage is better than no damage, even if it's just a baby bit of chip damage. Not ideal, but better than nothing. And that's what we want, is to be in an advantageous position as much as possible. There's our Pokemon Trader. So what do we need here? We already have Dugtrio. We already have that. What would be better for us? Probably... we already have Diglett, and I've put 3 energies onto the Dugtrio already. It's good to have a backup Diglett, so we have that. But I would say Pokemon Trader-wise... I mean, I want to use it so that I can see what we have in our deck, because I wasn't really paying attention before. We have Bill, we do have Abra, which is nice. We have Kadabras, Hunters, and things like that. So let's grab Abra so that we can immediately put it onto the field, and then we'll have a variety of Pokemon to be able to choose from, so that when we get Professor Oak and draw even more cards to see what we can work with, we'll have options. As many options as possible. Again, trying to put ourselves in an advantageous position. Okay, we got Switch, so let's go ahead and Earthquake it up. Boom shakalaka boom. And then the Professor Oak. He is beefing up his bench Pokemon, which I'm not super excited about. Wait, do I not... Is Professor Oak after Gust of Wind? I thought... Okay, well, with Gust of Wind, I'm actually not too upset about that, because what I can do is just pull out Ditto. And then kill this Ditto. Easy fucking peasy. Major death. Prize card here, so maybe one of our prize cards can be something really good. An Alakazam, I will take that. Now we need a Kadabra. I do not mind losing Alakazam if it means we get Professor Oak and I'm able to use it, because we don't really need Alakazam this game. But here we are. I feel like I've missed something with Professor Oak, that the deck got shuffled at some point and I'm just not remembering that it got shuffled, so either way, it's fine. I will eventually kill this Articuno, and I will eventually have all the things in Such and WoW. We'll be able to go from there. He really likes putting seals down, that's for sure. But eventually his wall will die, and we will get something like Bill, where we can draw 2 more cards and put ourselves in a really good spot. I do not have a Ghastly because our Ghastly died, but what I do have is the option to look at the top 5 cards of my deck. So, we do not need that other Abra, so we need a you know what? Actually, we're gonna split it up. We're gonna do Psychic Energy, and then the Abra. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Perfect. Because this allows me time, while we are slowly chipping away at this Articuno, to get rid of the resources he's so painstakingly putting onto his bench Pokemon, and basically waste his efforts and his resources as much as we can. So let's go ahead and put this onto Abra, and then we'll just attack again. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay. 4 more turns and Articuno will be dead. We'll be in a very good position in 4 turns, so if it does take till that point to get rid of this Articuno, so be it. Energy removal, which is fantastic. It's almost like I put it in that order on purpose. So, this Seal knows Headbutt. This Seal is damageless, so that one is a much bigger threat than the one that is easily killable. So we're going to take the energies away from that. Same with Lapras. When I draw my other energy removal, I'm just going to do that. So he did put it back on Seal. Good to know. I'll just keep taking it off of Seal and making him angry. So I am totally okay with that. Okay, our Abra is completely beefed up and ready to rumble. So that's really good. Boom, shakalaka boom. Do 10 more damage to this Articuno Beam. And then we'll get another energy removal to put onto Seal. Finish the turn without attacking. He didn't even evolve any of his Pokemon, which is great for us. Okay, let's go ahead and energy removal his Seal again. Excellent. And then we shall slash. Ba-bam! And next turn, this Articuno will go down, and he won't have an annoying wall anymore. And his other Pokemon will have to... Oh! He used Scoop Up. Still not good for him, because now he has a vulnerable Pokemon that I can actually do full damage against. So, while annoying that we weren't able to kill the Articuno, I'm actually very okay with it, because we can work this to our advantage pretty freaking easily. So, let's go ahead and slash this bitch dish. Which, yeah, it's gonna be a 2-hit KO, so we'll still slash it to death. But ideally, the quick freeze is annoying, but it is what it is. Ideally, we won't get paralyzed here, but we do. Oh, but it randomly paralyzed. Oh, no. I was like, randomly paralyzed his bench? That was just it showing that it was working on his bench. Okay, that's fine. Do 10 damage to me. I will not be able to kill you this turn. Unless I draw a Kadabra. Or a Professor Oak. Even freaking better. Okay, so I really don't care about having Alakazam. I don't. I just want a Kadabra. So what I'm going to do instead is we are going to switch, because I want to be able to do some damage to his Pokemon. So we're going to switch out into Abra, which I know is a ballsy move, but here we are. And worst case scenario, I can always switch back to Dugtrio again and have no retreat cost and we'll be fine. Okay, this is what we're working with now. Excellent. So we do have the Kadabra. Boom. That's exactly what I wanted to see. We have energy retrieval as well, which is great. We do not need another Dugtrio, so let's go ahead and get rid of that and then get 2 basic energy cards from our discard pile. We'll grab another psychic energy and we'll grab a fighting energy too. We'll go ahead and put this psychic, or this fighting energy onto our Dugtrio. So if I need to use a 70 attack power, I can. And then, yeah, we are just going to murder it from here. With Kadabra here, having 0 damage to it and sitting at full HP, doing 50 damage to every single one of his Pokemon without having to worry about resistances of damage, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna win this one. Easy peasy. Okay, quick freeze. Annoying, but whatever. Let's see if we get paralyzed. Big A Pikachu says, no, we will not be paralyzed on this day. Excellent. Do 20 damage to me. That's totally fine. Oh, Confuse Ray, actually. You're gonna do 10, but confuse me. Well, if you do manage to confuse me, I'll just use Switch. Nice. And you didn't, so you only did 10 damage to me, which is excellent. Excellent. Nice. We drew a Ghastly. So we'll go ahead and play that onto the bench, because why not? And then we will put a Psychic Energy onto Ghastly, because we can. Yeah, from here, we're just going to Super Saiyan. It'll be a 2-hit KO on this Lapras. It may try and confuse me again, just for shits and giggles, to try and put me in a bad spot, because he doesn't know that I have Switch. So, yeah. That's exactly what he's going to try and do. He'd rather put a status condition on me, which, to be fair, if I knew my Lapras was going to die, I would try and do the same thing. And he thinks he's in a great spot right now because Big A Pikachu decided to be kind to him today, but I have a card that will make that null and void. So let's go ahead and switch arms out, and we'll go back into Dugtrio. And from here, we will do, let's see, nothing in my hand. We'll just slash. Easy peasy. No need to damage our bench Pokemon because we're easily able to take Lapras out with that. Ooh, and we got a Gengar. Nice. Okay, he's putting his other Lapras up. It's gonna be a 2-hit KO regardless of if I use my Earthquake or not. Fusion check. Fail. Excellent. So, since it is a 2-hit KO no matter what, we're just going to, again, save the damage that we would have done on our bench Pokemon by not doing that. Okay, attach that onto Ghastly, and then we'll just slash. Easy heckin' peasy. Jack's turn. What's he gonna do? Another Confuse Ray. Same thing as the last one. He'd rather try and put a status condition on me, but he's not gonna get what he wants! Excellent. Okay. We got a Diglett. Completely useless, but we have one. I might as well put this onto my other Diglett because it's here, so whatever. Choose a basic energy card? Yes, sure. Give me that. I might as well. We have it, so here we are. Okay, let's go ahead and slash kill this Lapras. I do not want to thin my deck out anymore, so hopefully Bill is at the bottom of my deck. We did get energy removal, which is pretty great. And I will just switch from Dugtrio to Kadabra. Easy peasy. Not worried about it. That way I don't have to mess around with shenanigans. So we are going to retreat. Boom. Okay, we're going to put Kadabra out. And now, if I go to my fighting energy, we'll put this back onto Dugtrio so I can use Slash again if I need to. And then we are going to use energy removal on his Seal, because I don't like that he's trying to beef it up for a Dugong. And then we're just going to Super Psy, and we're going to kill this bitch in a 2-hit KO move. Which he probably didn't see coming, because he didn't think I was going to be able to switch out my Dugtrio, but little does he know, I'm better than that! Now, he is switching out to Seal, who's also a 2-hit KO, so he's in the same position he was, regardless, basically, but whatever. We can put this onto Ghastly, so we might as well. Let's go ahead and Super Psy. Now his Seal is 1 hit point away from death. I need 1 more prize card and I win. Okay, you gonna headbutt me? Oh no, he's going to retreat. Okay, so he's trying to just stall as much as he possibly can. Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and put this onto Ghastly so we can actually evolve. Amazing. And then we will do the same thing. We're gonna Super Psy. You can't continue to switch over and over and over and over again. I will eventually kill whatever the fuck you put out, because you're not gonna have options anymore. I've damaged every one of your Pokemon. It was, you know, funny that you thought you could try and deck me out again, but laughable that you thought it would actually work. Alright. Death to the Articuno. Death, 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 death. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It was nice to know you, but I have shit to do and more people to beat the shit out of, so goodbye! There we go, we finally got the win! Excellent. Now we will face the Dragonite deck. I simply can't believe my splendid deck could lose! It is a mortifying thought, but it appears you are better than I. Very well. Now on to your final test. Spectacular dueling. I, Rod, will be your next opponent. This is your final duel. Show me what you're made of. Is your deck ready, Elle? Then let's begin the final duel. A 1-match duel for 6 prizes. I love the pixel art that they did for Rod. He looks like an even cooler Faulkner from Gen 2. Like, he just looks badass as fuck. Alright. What do we have to work with in this hand? A lot of energy. And that's it. Just a lot of fucking energy cards. Okay, cool. Love that. He has 4 Pokemon. 1 active, 3 bench. Not ideal, but we do get to go first, which is nice. We might draw a basic. We do, actually. We draw another Diglett, which is better than not having anything on our bench, so I can live with that. And he has a Kangaskhan out, which I can absolutely work with because it's weak to us, so I would much rather have Diglett out than anything else right now, so this is actually looking pretty good for us. I think Faulkner Faulkner. I think Rod, it's because he looks like Faulkner, might have a completely colorless deck, because Dragon, there wasn't a Dragon type introduced to the TCG till years later. So, I think he might just be colorless. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do! Okay, well, that was just me not paying attention, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we now have Psychic Energy on Diglett, which isn't the end of the world, because if I evolve it into Dugtrio, then I can pretty easily just add one more Fighting Energy onto it, and we'll be good. We can save the other Fighting Energies for another Diglett, so I can salvage it. It's not terrible. But I was talking and not paying attention, so there we are. We're going to put this on to Ghastly, and I'm going to put it on the right Pokemon this time. And we'll be good to go. Now, he is able to thin his deck out with Fetch, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. But like I was saying, Dragonite is colorless originally because the Dragon typing in the TCG didn't exist at this time. So, with it being a Dragonite-themed deck, it doesn't surprise me that he's probably going to have a ton of double colorless energies. He's going to have just a lot of annoying Pokemon. So, let's go ahead and grab ourselves another Fighting Energy, because we're gonna need it. And, you know what? For now, we're gonna save that, and we're going to put this on Abra. That way, I can just make sure that everybody's a little bit taken care of. I want to see if we actually get something that will be worth my while, like a Dugtrio, or an evolution to the Ghastly or Abra. That would be fine, too. I just want to see what we're able to work with before I commit to giving the only brown energy I have in my hand right now. We do have energy removal, which is fantastic. We'll be able to take that off of the Charmander or the Dratini. Probably the Charmander, because I don't want the Charmander being able to evolve into a Charizard and do any stupid shit to me. So we're gonna go with that. And as far as the Fighting Energy goes, I'm gonna put it on this Diglett, which I know is kind of risky, considering that I could die. But if we get a Dugtrio, then it'll be worth it. And if we don't, that's okay. I can use energy retrieval and get the 2 brown energies back. So there's very little risk involved in this right now. Okay, so he actually has a colorless fire-water deck, because he has Gyarados and Charizard, and then Stonky, Safari Zone, colorless Pokemon, normal types, with Dragonite, of course. So, interesting. Interesting indeed. We'll play another Ghastly, because why the fuck not? And we'll go ahead and do another energy onto our Ghastly here, because we have it. And we'll do energy removal on, exactly, Magikarp. I don't want anything to benefit a potential Gyarados. That sounds terrible. So, we're just going to Mudslap this Dratini. Kill it next turn, assuming it doesn't evolve into Dragonair, right? Oh, it actually retreated and switched out to another Dratini. Okay. They've decided that they want to put their resources into that Magikarp. They're really trying to bank on getting a Gyarados, but with Gust of Wind, I can just pull the Magikarp out myself and completely murder it early on. So your wasted resources on trying to hope and pray for this Gyarados to fall into your hand is completely worthless. And I drew a Dugtrio because I'm a god. That is exactly what I want to see. Love that. So double colorless onto Dratini. It's going to use Pound, 10 damage. That's okay, because I'll evolve into Dugtrio and we'll knock it out in one go with Slash. Easy peasy. So let's do that right now. Ba-bam! Gust of Wind. Do I want to use Gust of Wind? Nah, we'll save it for now. Okay. Slash! This gives us another prize card. Excellent. Now he could pull up with Charmander, which is what he's going to do. He's trying to save his other Dratini from certain death, which is fine. It is what it is. He's going to add that to Charmander. Charmander's going to use Scratch. That's okay. I do not mind. I'm still in a much better position than he is right now. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to Gust of Wind out his other Pokemon, because fuck him. And let's go ahead and Pokedex, see what we have to work with for the next cards. Energy removal, Abra, and Kadabra. Okay, I'd rather take the Kadabra, then an energy removal, then a fighting energy, then another Diglett, then an Abra. Okay. Cool, I can live with that. Now we're going to slash, kill this thing, boop, dead, gone. Then he'll have to put out his Charmander, and if we are able to have him not put any other bench Pokemon down in the next 2 turns, because unfortunately we know that we're not going to get anything else that we need soon, we'll be fine. We'll win. Simply without needing to take the last prize card. We're at 2 already, but just because we can do that. Or, no, because we don't have enough stuff on it. I thought we had a little more, but that's okay. We do have some great evolutions for Kadabra and Haunter, though, which I'm very happy about. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and just slash and leave this Charmander on 1 HP. And does he draw basic? He doesn't. So we win. We don't even have to take out his other Pokemon. And he never was able to get a good Pokemon out because he sucks. And with no bench Pokemon, we don't need to get 2 more. We just instantly win. Hey! Alright, and now we can move on to the final champion fight of frackin' Ronald McDonald! What? On Earth? What? Even I, Rod, have been defeated? Wonderful, this is wonderful! Congratulations, Elle, you've proven yourself worthy enough to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards, except we have a problem. There's another who has defeated us, and you must duel him. Yes, and his name is Ronald. Yes, that's right, it's me, Ronald! Like you're the villain of the story. I have already inherited the legendary Pokemon cards. No, Ronald, that cannot be allowed. He too has earned the right to inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. Ronald, Elle, you two must duel to determine who will inherit the legendary Pokemon cards. So says the rules. All right, Rod. Is your deck ready, Elle? As ready as it needs to be to kick your stupid ass. Alright, Ronald McDonald, show me how much of a clown you are in Duel. It's a 1 match with 6 prizes. Let's get it, my guy. Alright. Boom. Let's see what I start off with. Red versus blue. Well, considering we only have a Diglett, I really don't have a lot of options. Makes it very easy for me to pick what to put out first when it's the only choice I have. Okay. But we have a brown energy, which is really good. So we're actually going to be able to attack turn 1, which is fantastic. And I get to go first, which is always good for me. So, let's see what we have here. We have Mr. Mime. Oh, we do have another Pokemon. Okay, I just didn't see it. Let's go ahead and place that on our bench so that we actually have something, just in case shenanigans happen to Diglett for whatever reason. And we'll go ahead and use Energy Search so we can thin our deck out just a smidge. We'll go ahead and grab a Psychic Energy, because why not? And then, from here, we don't need to use energy removal, so we're just gonna dig. Do a little diggy-wiggy. Alright, perfect. Now, what is he gonna do? He's gonna use energy removal. Well, that really sucks, but that's okay. I would have done the same thing. And he's gonna use Pound. Interesting. Okay. That's fine. What we can do is I can put another fighting energy onto Diglett and do more damage, or I could start beefing up Mr. Mime, which I think is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have Diglett be a really, really shitty shield so I can get more onto my other Pokemon. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get rid of his rare double colorless energy, and we're just going to chill here for now. Assuming he puts another energy onto Dratini and not onto any of his bench Pokemon. Ah, he put that onto Eevee instead. And then evolved Eevee into Vaporeon with a fire energy? Okay, that's a little weird, not gonna lie, but odd. Odd choices have been made. What we're gonna do next is put another energy onto Mr. Mime. And now I can just retreat for free. Because again, I have no retreat cost because I'm a Diglett god! So, Diggy Wiggy's gonna go back, and we are going to attack with Meditate, so we'll be able to do a good freaking frackin' 20 damage. Oh, that's right! It resists my Mr. Mime. I forgot. I forgot that it is colorless, and therefore resistant to Psychic. I didn't think it would, because it's Dragon. It's just the TCG for it, but apparently it does, so, okay. Interesting. Well, that's fine. We already have our 2 energies on Mr. Mime at this moment in time, so I'll just put this back onto Diglett, so it has something that I can do. And for now, we'll just chill. We'll see what he does. I will wait and retreat. Okay, so he's putting the other one on Eevee, so he evolved a different Eevee. He has 2 Eevees on his bench. Got it. He probably evolved a Vaporeon that doesn't have anything crazy on it. Okay, so we'll put that onto Abra, and we will evolve Abra into Kadabra, so that I already have that there. And we will go ahead and retreat. We will get rid of 1 Psychic Energy, so we can put Diglett out and actually do some damage to this bitch. Excellent. Because I want to be able to do something at the very, very least. Okay, he put a Fire Energy onto Dratini. Pound, totally fine. Go ahead and do that. I would do the same thing. Energy Search, excellent. So, what I can do here, actually, there's a couple things. I know that I'm going to die next turn. I only have 10 HP left. So getting a brown energy doesn't really make a lot of sense because I could use a Psychic Energy, put it back onto Mr. Mime, and guarantee that I'm able to do damage to his other Pokemon. So that's more beneficial for us, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the Psychic Energy and we're going to put it back onto Mr. Mime. And I'm going to do that. Yes, I could have taken out the Dratini, but it would have been a waste of an energy because we don't know what we're going to grab from our deck next turn. And with this, I can guarantee that not only does Mr. Mime go back in with all of his energy cards attached, but we're absolutely for sure 100% able to kill this Dratini and force him to put something else out in play. So it works out. We're going to put Mr. Mime onto the field again. See what we draw here. Okay, we drew another Psychic Energy, which is good because we can start beefing up Kadabra as well. And then we are going to attack with Meditate, and this will knock out the Dratini. Worst case scenario, we can always use Energy Retrieval to get our 2, brown energies from the graveyard, and we'll go from there. We do have a Dugtrio, which is nice for a future Diglett. Okay, now he has a lot of fire energies on this fucking Eevee, which I'm assuming he's just chomping at the bit, waiting for it to hopefully turn into a Flareon. So here we are. We drew another Dugtrio. I really don't need that, so we're gonna just use an Energy Retrieval. We're gonna get rid of 1 Dugtrio, so we can grab a Fighting Energy and a Psychic Energy. And we're gonna put the other Psychic Energy onto Kadabra. It just makes sense in case we are able to get the Alakazam. And from here, we're going to retreat. We're going to get rid of the other Psychic Energy that's on Mr. Mime and to move him to Kadabra. That way, I can actually do damage against this thing since it's a colorless, therefore it resists my psychic shit, unfortunately. But 20 damage is much better than nothing. It's a 3-hit KO, which I'm totally okay with. So, let's hope that he doesn't get plus. Unfortunately, he does. That's okay. It happens. We're going to take 30 damage from that, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We do get Bill, though, which is great. So let's see what else we can draw from our deck. Another Mr. Mime and another Bill. Bill, do your thing. Give me some more shenanigans. Okay, another Fighting Energy and an Energy Retrieval. Okay, well, if we have so many Fighting Energies, I might as well put one back on Mr. Mime so that he can use his attack as well, should we need to. I don't have anything else I can really do with these guys at the moment, so we are going to Super Psy. That way, at the very least, I can guarantee that my Mr. Mime can take out Eevee, even if it does end up doing another 30 damage to me with his quick attack. Or it could evolve into Flareon. That works too. Use an energy removal on whom? My Mr. Mime. Okay. And it's going to bite me for 30 damage. Which is totally okay, because my Mr. Mime is going to go up against it, and this Flareon is not going to be able to fucking touch me. Which is fantastic. Okay, we do have a Pokedex, which is very good. We are going to use Energy Retrieval here. I do not need Hunter right now. So, we're going to get rid of that, and I'm going to take back Psychic Energies up the wazoo, 100%. We're going to put that back onto Mr. Mime here. Now, we do not have a lot of options for other Pokemon, so I will put my other Mr. Mime onto the bench because we need to have a backup just in case something happens. Pokedex. Let's see what other cards we're going to be having up here. Alakazam doesn't help us right now. Psychic Energy doesn't help us. Fighting Energy doesn't help us. Energy Removal helps us a little bit. So we'll do Energy Removal, and then switch, and then Psychic, Fighting, Alakazam. Okay. It's about as good as we can have right now, so let's meditate. Kill this thing. See what we can grab from our prize cards as a result of it. Flareon was knocked out. Ooh, we got Computer Search. That is amazing. We'll be able to get exactly what we want now. Awesome. Oh, he used Professor Oak. Okay. So he also didn't have a very good hand. And he got a Moltres with Fire Giver. Okay. I mean, sure. Go for it, my guy. You now have... How many is that? 3. 3 fire energies from the deck. Alright. Place that Dratini there. I see you trying to stall me out here. I do desperately need a Diglett. So that Computer Search can give us another Diglett if we don't get what we want. So, and we didn't, which is totally fine. So, we will Computer Search here. We will get rid of the Psychic Energy and Energy Removal, so we can keep Dugtrio and the Fighting Energy, and we can go from there. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of the Psychic Energy, and we're going to get rid of Energy Removal, and we're going to grab another Diglett. If I can find it in my deck somewhere. There we are. Perfect. That's exactly what we need to get rid of this really dumb Kangaskhan. Okay. Diglett is now doing its thing. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this Fighting Energy that I have on Mr. Mime, and we're going to switch it out into Diglett so that I can actually start doing damage against this Kangaskhan, so it's not a complete wall against me. Okay. Your turn, Ronald. And we're actually in a real good position right now, because, unfortunately, that wasn't a good position, but... And he's going to attach another one to Kangaskhan. Okay. And he's going to use Fire Giver again. But he's thinning out his deck at a much faster rate than we are, so we can do what's been done to us before and just deck him out. You know, there's that too. Oh my god. That would actually be a great way to win this game. Oh my god, and he's using Fetch. Love that for us. Amazing. Okay, I love that. Now, unfortunately, we are not in a great spot because we don't have any energy for Diglett, but that's okay. We'll just hit done for now and stall. I'm interested to see how this is going to turn out. He's continuing to fetch cards from his deck and thin it out more and more and more. He's just chomping closer to his own demise, which is interesting. Okay, we're going to Pokemon Trader. I do not need Dugtrio right now. I would much rather have something else on my bench. So, see, we have another Alakazam, Kadabra, all of that. So let's grab an Abra. That way I can just place that down, have something, and then for now, I'm gonna chill. I'm sitting pretty at 27 cards. He's at 18. You do what you gotta do, my guy. Okay, go ahead. Comet Punch. See if you even are able to hit me twice, my guy. Ronald McDonald. If that is your real name. Wow. You did 20 damage on something that took you 4 energies to do. Congratulations. Okay. Kadabra. Nice. Very good. I'll take that. And same shit. We are going to chill. If he wants to take out, and he's using Bill. He's thinning his deck out actively even more. Really? Really? Huh. Okay then. Well, let's see if Comet Punch even touches me. He could just get all X's. Never mind. Okay, so he will knock me out. But that's fine. I'm gonna put up my Mr. Mime. And we'll just go from there. I'm not worried whatsoever. I can't do any damage to him because that's just where we're at right now. But I did get Professor Oak, which is really, really good because now I'm actually going to have options for energy cards and shit to be able to do something. So that is good for us. Okay, let's go ahead and do energy removal on his Dratini. I do not want a Dragonite, Dragonair debacle to go down. We are going to put this onto Kadabra because we can. Next, what can we do? We can do Energy Search. So let's get ourselves a Psychic Energy. 100% hands down, get ourselves Psychic Energy. And we're gonna go from there. So we're going to chill for the moment. And hope that he gets... Oh, he's going to scoop up the Moltres so he can use Fire Giver again? Is that what he's going to do? Played Moltres on the bench and using Fire Giver. Wow. He's thinning his deck out even more. I was kind of joking about making Ronald McDonald bullshit beanbag baby over here deck out, but it's actually looking like it's going to be a possibility with the way that this man is playing. So I'm perfectly okay with that. Fine by me. All right. Fuck it, dude. Kadabra, that's fine. Let's go ahead and evolve you into Alakazam. Perfect. I'm cool with that. And then I could always item finder, get myself a energy retrieval, because I don't need the trio or Haunter. So I wanted to save the energy card, so let's do that. Energy removal, energy retrieval. There we go. And then I will get rid of this fighting energy so that I can grab 2 psychic energies from our discard pile instead. Excellent. There we go. And we'll just be done for now. No need to thin our deck out to try and search for energy cards when I could just be better. I could just be better. And he finished the turn without attacking. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and play Abra, just because, I guess. Let's go ahead and put this onto Alakazam here. And let's see. We will, next turn, put an energy card onto Mr. Mime. So I can eventually switch him out for someone else. The thing is, I can still use Bill and still get a little more of my cards to have more things to work with. Which I have, which is great. And he's still gonna deck out before us, which is wild. Alright, what would I benefit from more? Probably Mr. Mime. So we're going to give that to him here. Go ahead and be done. Let him take another card. Put that onto Moltres, do what you gotta do. I could probably wall him out and deck him out with just Mr. Mime here. I may not even need to switch to anybody else. In all honesty. Go ahead and get rid of that, and then put another Psychic Energy onto Abra here, because why the fuck not? And be done. Go ahead, my guy. Keep drawing cards. Aha, he finally retreated, because he was like, oh shit, I'm not getting any more. Wild. Alright, so we did use Pound. Now, I will have to retreat. Because I can actually do damage, and do something useful. More than do damage, do something useful with Alakazam by confusing it, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So from here, let's go ahead and retreat. We're gonna take off the fighting energy, and we are going to switch to Alakazam here. We're going to attack with Confuse Ray. Hope we get some RNG going on. And we do. Excellent. Exactly what I wanted to see. Okay. We do have another fire energy on the Moltres. Let's see if it hurts itself first. Oh, and it does! How's it feel to be bad? Excellent, excellent, excellent. And if he does kill himself in Confusion, that will be great for us. Do I even have? I do have a basic energy card. Huh. Imagine that. I'll grab the psychic one then. Why not? You're already confused. There's nothing for me to do, so I'm okay with this. Dratini's gonna use Pound. Will it kill itself? Oh, no. Big A Pikachu actually let it do damage to me this time. That's fine. I'm just gonna wall you out with my Alakazam, my guy. You can't do anything to me. We're gonna put another Psychic onto... Fuck it, we'll put it onto Ghastly. Why not? And then we'll be done. I also have my Poke Power to be able to do that. Oh, he's gonna put a Dragonite on. Okay. Healing Wind. When you put Dragonite into play, remove 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon. Okay. So he's going to heal the entire arena. Totally fine. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 damage times the number of heads. So I can wall it out with Mr. Mime. He literally can't touch me with Slam. I mean, yeah, I can take 30 damage here. That's fine. I see that you got your Alakazam out. Good for you. I'm still gonna kick your ass with a Mr. Mime, my guy. Go ahead and switch to our beautiful Mr. Mimey Bean. And be done. Go ahead, try and hurt me now that you have your fancy Dragonite on the field. Oh, you finished the turn without attacking? What? Why would you do that, Ronald McDonald? Oh, gust of wind. Oh, no, I'm good. Please, please, show me your grand master plan here. Oh, you finished the turn without attacking. Wild, wild, my guy. All right, I'll place a Diglett down just for shits and giggles, and then we're going to be done. Hair flip. Oh, my God, I'm evil, and I don't give a shit. I've decked out because of Jack, and... that was not a fun way to lose, and so I'm gonna make that be your humiliation, you dumb bitch. Excellent. Doesn't matter what our one is. Done. We win. Got it! Cannot draw because there's no cards in the deck, so I win! This man really fucked himself over doing Fire Giver 10 million times. No, how? How could I lose? Because you suck and you're a clown and your name's Ronald McFucking-Donald. I'm sorry, but the legendary Pokemon cards have chosen L. The legendary Pokemon cards vanish from Ronald's deck. No, my legendary Pokemon cards, no! Alright, and then I'm assuming he goes off to become a hermit. Congratulations, L! You are a card master worthy of inheriting the legendary Pokemon cards. The legendary Pokemon cards recognize you as a true master. Now go through the Hall of Honor to receive the legendary cards! Ooh, fancy. The 4 legendary Pokemon cards float glowing in the air. I received my Moltres, level 37. Ooh! Love that for us. My Articuno, also level 37. With its quick freeze bullshit. The Peal of Thunder, Zapdos, level 68, not 37. And Dragonite, which is definitely not a legendary Pokemon. What they consider legendary in the TCG game is completely different from what they consider legendary in the regular Pokemon games. You who have inherited us, great card master, our master must not forget, inheriting us does not make you a Pokemon card master. A true Pokemon card master is one who has the skill to use the abilities of the different cards and the courage to duel powerful opponents, and most of all, the ability to love the Pokemon trading card game no matter what, win or lose. A new journey has begun. Oh, and that's the end of the game. Hey, that was so fun. I love this one, and I heard from you guys in the comments as well that there is a sequel that exists for this, which makes me so excited. So I'm very, 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 very much looking forward to playing the sequel of this when we get to it. But I want to go through and play the other games that have been released in Gen 1 in order. So Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Snap, basically all the ones from Gen 1, and then when we get to Gen 2, we will do the games and the sequel for the TCG that was released as well. But it was really, really good. I super enjoyed this. Thank you guys for all the support and amazing love on this series. If you enjoyed yourselves, make sure you go ahead and click that like button and subscribe, because not only does it taste delicious, but it helps ensure that you don't miss any future uploads on the channel, and it helps us get closer to our goal of 250 subs by the end of the 2024 year. Thank you guys for being here and for being wonderful. But without taking up any more of y'all's time, I'll go ahead and let you beautiful people go. Bye, my lovelies.